Craft beer's gotten out of control. I'll say it. I'll say it right now. We have all the flavors of beer we could ever need. We can stop right now. And if that is your thing, if you like brewing your little micro brew in your basement or your bathtub or something, stop. Okay? Don't need your flavor. Don't need you getting too excited over it either. Hey, new flavor just dropped. Yeah, nope, they said it couldn't be done, but we took a whole carrot cake and we just shoved it into a beer bottle. Who is that for? It's 58% alcohol. I'll try it. I just say ordering these craft beers they come out with now, man. They come up with crazy names for them. It's like they forget we have to say the name of the beer out loud at some point in the transaction. Like, I had a craft beer a few weeks ago. The name of the beer was Little Blonde Girl. Yeah, it was uncomfortable to order. Hey, can I get another little blonde girl? Oh yeah, sure thing, buddy. 12 or 16. Do you have an 18 or a 20? Like a tall? I'll even take a 32 if you got it. Just anything but 12 or 16 for that flavor. Get bigger cups, you sick fucks. What is wrong with you?
No champagne or girly drinks. We drink beer and beer and beer. No
yeah,
champagne
baby.
or girly drinks. We drink beer and beer.
Jesus. What in the world? That was, oh my God. I was blowing him up on the StreamYard live stream. Like, it's terrible. You've had a company for less than 2 weeks and you're already running into the ground. This is why we need more competition, because you can't let one company do everything, because things will get screwed up.
Yep.
So I'm pretty fired up right now, folks. If you haven't told, I've been pretty pissed. We've been sitting here going back and forth in our little conversations trying to get this stream started. I see you guys had your conversations, which is great. So thanks for hanging in. But this is some bullshit. You can't hear me?
What?
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. But Dave said he couldn't hear me, I think.
Oh.
So it's not me, Dave. Not me.
Everyone like froze up. I mean, now everyone's fine.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay.
Well, you have to rewind that because I give a classic rant for sure. But anyway, welcome in, folks. Great to have you back. Thank you for hanging in there. And yeah, so if you don't know, now you know. StreamYard got acquired by new ownership probably just like 2 weeks ago, a group out of France or whatever. And it's already having things happen. We've never had this happen before with the technology like that. So I don't know. Keep an eye on them. If you're running live streams, you might want to work in some extra time. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But I need to crack something open because I'm cracking the opens. I was trying to get everything undone.
Yeah,
you guys have been steadily. Yeah, you guys have all been steadily drinking as I've been sitting here trying to get this shit working and stuff. So that being said, let's go around the room. Share with the class what you're actually drinking. Ladies first, Mal, fire away.
So I am having Drunken Rooster. Flight of the Rooster is Ravinia Brewing Company's Saison, and it was aged in Cabernet barrels. So you get a Saison front with a kind of a red wine close to it. Really, really nice dry finish. I'm just loving this. So
Nice.
Very nice.
Cheers.
Good, Dave.
And good day. Our guest Dave here from Beer in Front. Make sure you check out the podcast and his channel as well.
I did an episode on pale ale last week, so I'm cleaning out the fridge of all the pale ales I had. So I'm going old school with the Mirror Pond from Deschutes, which is excellent.
Nice.
We haven't had this.
Very nice.
I don't think I've had that one.
That's a classic right there.
Oh, yeah.
Todd.
I'm drinking one from Phase 3, Super Squirty, Double Dry Hopped IPA.
Oh, we're staying in Illinois. Rod, you better come up with something from you better a hot butcher or something you're busting open.
I know.
This one comes in at 8% ABV.
I'm not even having a beer myself, so I'm actually starting out with the
What?
RTD. I'm going with my last of the Devil's Backbone Bourbon Orange Smash.
Ah.
8. Yeah, so we'll knock this out. 7.5% ABV. Ready to drink? Yes. Yes, I am ready to drink. And it's right there on the can. So that works out well. But I'm actually going to, since I'm not even having a beer, I'm going to bring out the BeerVentures Mason jar. Well, What do you call
Fancy,
that? Like a
fancy.
little moonshine type thing or something? I don't know
It's
if
a
you call it
mason
like a
jar with
mason
a
type.
handle on it.
I lived in Kentucky for a number of years, so
Fancy.
they call that good china there.
So Rod's
Fancy
drinking a,
gas, yeah.
so
Get the
Rod's
good
drinking a
China
smoothie and a handle. Got it.
Yeah. we got company coming over. Get the good china tonight. There you go.
I got the good china too.
It's like Cousin Eddie. We hold back no expense. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, well, cheers and happy Thursday to you. And a week away from for most of us, I think it's a 3-day weekend. However, Mal, you're at the brewery. Dave, you got the arrow. I don't know if you get the 3 days off or not, but
I've been off since August, so.
Well, that's true too. Yeah, we're dealing with the back and everything.
There's 3 days off. What's going on?
A little thing called Memorial Day next Monday. Monday after this Monday. Next Friday.
Yeah.
I was
Next
about to say
Friday.
it's not this week.
No, no, I said about a week, just over a week
Oh,
away.
okay.
So next Friday will kick off a 3-day weekend.
I got worried because we're opening early on Memorial Day, and I thought, oh shit, I didn't staff for that. You freaked me out for a second there. I didn't schedule anybody for early this Monday.
I'm trying to look ahead positively into what's upcoming in the future, real quick.
Well, you scared me a little.
I don't have Shannon here right now, so I'm doing my own Miss Cleo. So trying to read the tea leaves. Did you hear in the background? That was good, Shannon. You know that was good. You know that was good. Oh my gosh!
I'm listening. So.
Do I jump into the comments now? Let's see here.
Pisces.
Right? Just swimming around. Kettlehead in the house. Had to take a dog for the walk earlier, so definitely enough time to do the walk and come home. Yeah. Yeah.
We are
came back and like, still no show? Still no show?
If you want to be part, please. But
and then Vanessa.
I have to give you a warning.
I also hunt certain other liquors that seem difficult to find. Yes, that's the other thing. The poll question.
But she does it with a bow and arrow.
In the liquor store, that's not a good thing to take in. Not that she would be the first. Not that she'd be the first. I'm sure
Wouldn't be the first with the bow and arrow in the liquor store.
Yeah.
The poll question was: do you hunt beer whales that are usually hard to find? So that was my question in the poll, because there's a couple beers I had this week that I'll talk about in a little bit. Although some of you may have seen the videos already, but two off my list that I would rarely ever see. So.
I don't hunt the beer wells, but I will pick one up if I find one.
Yeah.
So if I stumble across it, I'm all on board. But otherwise, nah, I don't search it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. There's so much good stuff that's out there.
There's a lot of good things.
If it comes across my path, great. If it doesn't, I'm still at drinking a good beer.
I used to back in the day, but I don't anymore.
So you're saying you don't drive 9.5 hours from Canada to go find this thing?
No.
Yeah.
No.
But actually,
except for Miller Genuine Draft, which I can't find where I live. That's the only thing I get from Canada, apparently.
Mel, I'm going to tell you right now.
I know you say it's there, but I can't find it.
I was at Binny's the other day because...
Which one?
The one on Irving Park in the city.
I don't go into the city. I live in the suburbs, man. It's hard for me to get in.
To Beer Under or Friday Night Flights, and I'll smuggle one in my man purse for you.
You have a man purse?
I was there at Binny's because they had a Rod J deal where all their BCS was 50% off, including variants. So I stopped to, grab some. They're full 12 packs of MGD on sale right there. And I'm like,
I'm telling you, the places by me don't have them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking for that and some other stuff because I'm going to do, since the cicadas will be out any day now here.
Not yet. It's
Todd,
dead silent, man.
You have the cicadas by you, Todd?
No, not yet.
Nope,
They're
dead
coming.
silent.
So I'm doing like a 17-year, the beers that were popular 17 years ago, and like MGD was on the list.
Cute.
I'm going through like the list of like Great American Beer Festival winners from 2007, and I'm like, so I was going through like Binny's, and I'm like, there's MGD. Where's Mal?
Mel is sitting here not drinking an MGD. That is what's happening.
Mal's hunting them down. Hunting down MGD.
I don't hunt down whales. I hunt MGD because I'm basic as fuck.
Vanessa said hello, everyone, earlier.
Hello, Vanessa.
Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa.
Husband took the doggy out. I am just searching the internet for stuff. There you go. So the husband took the dog on a walk. Husky is to walk every day where she has a fit. Yeah. Huskies are pretty dogs, though. One of my good friends in Kentucky had a husky for a number of years.
A lot of exercise, though, man. That's a lot of work on a husky.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see here. What's up, Rusty? Cheers.
Hey, Rusty.
Hey, cut away Rusty from Vanessa, who bought StreamYard. It was a company out of France. So right now, like on YouTube, not that I want you to leave this channel and go see another one, but there's a StreamYards live, and the guy on there, I think, is the owner now that has it and stuff. But he's so far behind in the comments. Like, he's way behind the I'm behind the comments now because I couldn't start for half an hour. But
I mean,
he's just way back.
Everybody could go there for a brief second and tell them how much they really suck, and then just
You can go over there now and say, drop a comment. Hey, thanks for getting Rajay BeerVentures live stream up. We've been waiting half an hour for it. And then I thought about it for France. France has a way of being a little bit more laid back on stuff too. So everybody go, oh, no big deal, no big deal. And they come, like, they go to a concert half an hour later or something. No, we didn't start yet. You know, like, no, we expect to start on time on things here.
God, it's fashionably late. That's what they do. Fashionably late.
Yeah, yeah. I would believe that if I went to Lauryn Hill concerts, but I don't go to Lauryn Hill concerts because she's always fashionably late, apparently.
No,
so
that's not fashionably. That's 2 hours.
I've been to one.
And how much you pay for the ticket? You ain't allowed to be that late on my watch.
Yeah.
I went to one and it was on time. Just saying.
Yeah. Was it a quick one or something?
Better than Anita Baker.
No, it was just on
last
time.
week?
How much what?
Better than Anita Baker. Do you see what she did last week?
Oh,
No,
God.
what did she do?
Canceled a Mother's Day show in Atlanta after
No.
people were in the building.
oh wow.
Oh,
So
no.
everyone was like, "Oh no!"
Was she
Anita,
hurt?
you can't-
She
No,
must
I
have
don't
been
know.
hurt. It must have been. Who would cancel the show after the people already got in the building? She must have been hurt.
I don't know, but people
It
were like
had to be.
calling
People
her
were
out
probably
all over
pissed.
TikTok, calling out her bald-headed ass for canceling
Oh,
the
my
Mother's
God.
Day weekend.
well, I'll just say that's not giving good love.
No,
Not at all.
I couldn't resist, Todd. I couldn't resist.
It's okay when it rains now. It'll be fine.
I see you bought them. I use Evernote once. Oh, Evernote's the one that bought them? I knew it was some company out of France. So
I
I know
am.
Evernote was out of France. So is this thing on? No video for me. No, Big Daddy. We had to wait for StreamYard to walk their ass in and turn on all the switches. So now we're live.
Cozy on in.
Seriously. I was going to say a Miller James Draft. He's sipping a Miller High Life. Oldie, but goodie.
Dave, what's up with the little
France, I bought
chapeau?
the beret, yeah.
Dave had to get his beret on just for the French.
Speaking of Dave, about to have a Guardians Angel party at the house.
Yeah.
I know
It's a purple beret party.
I know Chicago had issues, but come on. Tap 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 on the mic. Yeah, it wasn't on. It was on. The mic was on. It wasn't us. It wasn't us this time.
Nope.
Cheers to Vanessa. Hey Mojo. Oh, we've been ready. He hates the French. Heard it here first. Yeah, I mean, I took French for 3 years and it got me nowhere. So I might be a
Here doesn't work. We have a lot of talk about right away.
I like French fries. I like French bread.
Toast.
I like French dip sandwiches. I like French's mustard.
Yeah, but you've never had a fried bologna, so shush.
That's not French though. That's Appalachian or something. I wonder who was the person that came up with the fried bologna sandwich. Like, how did that even happen? Like, it had to be like
It's amazing. Are you kidding?
it had to be a mistake made
Don't
by
you mock
somebody
it.
though. Nobody planned
No,
it. Nobody
it's
planned
It's like frying spam too. It's the same freaking thing. It's amazing.
I don't do spam. I definitely don't do spam. No.
Man fried is phenomenal.
I saw.
I feel like somebody tripped
Who's here?
over themselves and the bologna went into a frying pan by accident and they started watching it like, hey, that's kind of interesting. And they tried it and they liked it. Next thing you know, people started making it. I don't know how you plan to make fried bologna.
You know, you have a way to fry a thing, and you have a thing to fry, so you frickin' do it. That's where all those fried things came from, Twinkies and Snickers, and you fry a thing. Let's see what happens if we fry this thing.
Well, we know a deep fried Twinkie came either out of some potheads or some drunk people on a binge. Like, it didn't come out anything regular. Like, somebody was definitely not in the same state of mind. They thought about deep frying a Twinkie. You don't think about that when you're.
Since when have you had a problem with the drunkards or the potheads? Come on,
Right.
come
Yeah.
on. Some of the best ideas have come out of that.
It's like West Side Story. You got the drunkards and the potheads.
That's definitely collaboration. Brothers.
You don't have to worry about that around here.
Let's see. Yes. Everything was all ready to start there. Here, Sour Monkey from Victory. Get the 9%. Get it rolling.
Victory!
I'm a fan of the monkeys.
Victory for the win. Victory for the win.
Rada, Dave, and hi, Mal.
Oh, I got left out.
No, you always get your own line by yourself. You always, usually you're before us. So I'm not how that happened. Yeah. Ray now, cheers. What is happening? Oh, Paul's hanging with them too. Actually, hanging together.
Oh, fantastic! Hi, guys.
Yeah, I saw you guys postpone your show last night, so hopefully everything is good there.
Yeah, they were probably on StreamYard.
Yeah, well, you know what? They probably were trying to use StreamYard. They couldn't do their show last night because probably ran into an issue. I discovered yesterday a certain smoke shop for smoking stuff moved to a location near me. Their logo is a giant, crazy looking monkey. Interesting. Oh, cigar cubes. Oh, it's Dark Lord Day weekend. Oh,
yeah, it is.
It's a good weekend right there.
Drunk fest galore.
Yeah.
Yep, Dark Lord Day is here.
If there was ever a festival to play Let the Bodies Hit the Floor, it'd be Dark Lord Day.
I love the beer fest and everything. I've never had a need to go to Dark Lord Days. It just seemed too far gone for me. I'm too goddamn old for that shit anymore.
I feel it's more for the scenic effect at this moment, just to see, like, from everything I've heard the stories on, just to sit there and just watch. It's like when I was in when I was in college at WVU, frat row was on a hill. And so we'd have the cake parties at the frat houses, but you'd always go there every spring and get a nice seat on the hill just to watch the freshmen roll back down because they would get too hammered. You just go to see the spectacle of it all. And I feel like Dark Lord Day would kind of be like that. I'm here more for the spectacle. I'll enjoy the beverage, but I'm here to more watch people bust their ass.
I did go to a fest that was similar. I'm not going to name which brewery it was for obvious reasons, but went to that one, and there were people just laying on the ground going, oh shit, I had too much. And I'm like, oh, I need to go now. So yeah. And that particular fest, they close off their tap room. They don't let anybody into the tap room during it.
Mm-hmm.
And they keep that just for the staff, so the staff can escape the crazy. I actually kind of have a little respect for that, at least, to give them a place to hide, because they kind of needed it. The people were nuts.
Man.
Yeah.
I do not recommend.
That can definitely happen.
Yeah.
Todd has perfected the AI making the most pastoral green screen view ever, right?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
It's like out of,
Todd, your curtains are beautiful. They look just like the sky outside. It's just lovely.
It's like that picture with the farmer and his wife from back years ago, right? It's just like that country setting out there.
Well, that's why we see the cheese standing alone.
Yeah.
Hello, Alkanauts. How can I say love Todd's view? Yeah. Like Little House on the Prairie, right? You can see Laura Ingalls just dashing across there in a little bit.
Todd's got like an 18-hole golf course behind him. Yeah.
crossbow hunt now. My right side has garnered far too much damage through the years.
Okay, so if she's going on a hunt for whales, she's using a crossbow. Got it.
You suggested a crossbow earlier. Ever since the sub gang drinking voodoo as I'm on keto, you do a little keto action. All right. Bikini season just on the corner. Don't want to be the fat guy at the lake watching chicks. Cheers. Yes. Be a little freaky. Only if you look like Newman, though. Only if you look like Newman.
So he wants to change what he's done the last 40 years, is what he's saying.
Hey, never too late to start. Never too late to start.
You got to own that, Emerson. Just be out there with your Italian Speedo. Don't worry about it.
There you go.
Time to make a change for once in my life. Let's see. Through the years I've driven coast to coast.
I'm live streaming.
Many times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mal will stock the fridge in July. We will stock the fridge in July.
Good. Stock it up, because I'm bringing you a bunch too. So you gotta have space. I'm bringing a couple cases of Chicago beer too.
What's the game plan for this thing too? That's the thing.
The game plan is have fucking fun and get drunk as fuck. And
well, that's
film
just
something.
Understood, but
that's every day though.
I don't know. Going to breweries or bringing or.
Well, it depends on who's hosting. So for me, it was going to breweries, but for Brian, the beer snob down in Atlanta, it was, we went to one or two breweries, but mostly we, hung out at the house and videotaped and drank and were stupid. So it was fun.
But I think Shane and Ray and Paul have stuff with breweries involved too. So I don't know. That's a different.
Yeah, I don't know. Why do you need an itinerary? Just go and have fun.
I need to know if I need to pick up stuff. And you know what? They get screwed in Canada on beer prices. So I need to get the beer on this side before I go over the border.
By the way, just a heads up, all the people you see passing behind me, literally all of them are my coworkers. So I love these people so much, and they're wonderful.
Hello.
Get in here. Get a move over.
All right, we can't hear you.
It's because head chef Brian wanted to take a photo. They're posing for pictures now.
I look so bad
Pictures for the gram.
I'm discovering my daughter is
in
now
Oak Lawn. See, I'm really far from Oak Lawn. I'm not close to Oak Lawn.
There's a lot. It might be worth the drive. So let's go get that whale.
And tell them to ship it up this way. Tell them to ship it to Vernon Hills so I can get some.
How about popcorn beers from the 80s in Alaska out in the bush?
Those are mostly made in bathtubs.
I'm thinking one of them will be Bush.
You got Bush.
No. Bush is Iowa.
But in Alaska, they probably had it.
Thank you, Big Daddy. Yeah, I get it. Sorry, this is a way back thing for me. I crave that beer because it's one of my early beers. That's all.
What up, Trez? Oh, smoking a Cuban before going to work. Very nice.
I'll explain to the kids the situation.
Yeah.
Bend and Spoon, they created Yes, Bend and Spoon, that is the name of it. They created Evernote app, pretty close to best note take sharing thing I found. Great for research. Yeah, I used to use Evernote back in the day for here and there. Now I just use the one on the iPhone, but that's a pretty good application. Jump back on in about 2 hours. All right.
Bye, Trez. Hi, Trez.
What's up, Bart?
Bye,
Cheers,
Trez.
Bart. Great to see
Bart.
you, brother. Bart got here at the right time when we were up and going. Cheers, all.
Library reading.
I smoke spam on the smoker all the time. You know?
Yes.
No need to share
Yes.
dirty secrets. No need to share
Yes.
dirty secrets, you know. Some things you can keep to yourself. No.
You
I can-
just shush.
I cannot eat spam. I just can't do it. It's a mental
Oh,
block.
well, quit being all bougie.
Taking
In
meat out of the
Hawaii.
can.
In Hawaii,
Nah.
you go to Jack in the Box and they serve you spam. There's
Nah.
Jack in the Box in
In
Hawaii.
Hawaii, they have like
yeah.
Rajay's
like
just pulling
Jack
the
in the
bougie
Box.
card. That's all. He's
Like Jack
pulling
in the
the
Box,
bougie
you
card.
give me horse meat just like the ones in the States.
Hey, if horse tastes good, what's the problem?
No problem. Well, I mean, no problem. It could be leaner.
I think you're giving spam too much credit. Horse meat would be like a high bar for them.
Oh, I'll take, yeah, I'll take silver.
But I feel like it's gonna make me cry, so I was like,
Make the hard rolls early and start prepping the bologna to fry just before the rolls come out of the oven.
yeah, I just like the trailer was making.
Oh yeah.
Do like some nice rolls. Fried bologna rules, Big Daddy says.
That's right, Big Daddy.
This is turning into one of those fried bologna shows again. I'm just saying. The great
Because we're still trying
fried
to
bologna
convince
debate.
you. We're still trying to convince you, man.
I've had a fried bologna. That's when he's spam. I've had fried bologna.
Yeah, we made him eat fried bologna at the beer fest.
Yeah.
What?
Fried bologna Sammy with a big slice of onion.
Fried bologna sandwich.
Yeah.
Good.
It's good. No.
It's a flat hot dog.
Yeah, but
We all
bologna's
good?
much more than-
It is a
bologna's
flat
just
hot
a
dog.
hot
That's
dog
right. It's a
just in
flat
a-
hot
It's just
dog.
flat. Yeah, just a flat hot dog. Yeah.
My parents love liver sausage.
Dark Lord Day, Serrano. So now that's no Dark Lord Day is Three Floyds and their Dark Lord stout that people come from all over, and it gets pretty crazy.
Yeah, we're
Hammered and
talking about Dark Lord
shit-faced
Day
and
too.
mixed over bodies inside the brewery.
Sad nights in my state, and I didn't even realize it was this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I don't go to Dark Lord Day anymore because I'm 52 now, and well, you know.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, someone told me they have a built-in mosh pit. I'm like, oh hell no.
Yeah.
Any place with a mosh pit is not where I belong.
That might fix my back up. I should.
It might.
Get
You'd be a perfect candidate for Dark Lord Day.
Yeah, get in the circle pit. That'll fix me right up.
So one of my staff just went, I got kicked in the head once. Don't do it. I'm like, I won't do it. Oh, while crowd surfing. How did you get? Oh, you got dropped while crowd surfing and then got kicked in the head.
Didn't know where they were.
Oh wow.
She was
I
going,
got
I'm
two
just going to go
on
to
the
the
corner of the
bathroom.
box. These guys went in from like right over me, pushed them back up because there's this huge motherfucker.
Yeah, maybe don't do that ever.
Oh, that's why I've never done it again.
I'm glad that you're telling me not to do it, but I didn't need the heads up. I wasn't gonna. Oh, you
She's
were
a quick learner.
16?
Yeah.
She's
You
a
were
quick learner now.
16. Oh, geez.
Yeah, so that traumatized me.
Oh, frick. Okay.
That explains
Wait a
a
minute.
lot.
She was 16 at Dark Lord Day?
No, she was 16
Oh.
and got crowd surfed into a mosh pit on accident
Oh.
and got
yeah.
kicked in the head, and she wants nothing to do with it now.
That wasn't an accident.
They just scooped her up like
No,
I mean,
I think they did it on purpose.
yeah,
But
I
yeah,
think yeah.
And then I was like,
Maybe
she's
kick in the
happier
head.
thinking it was an accident.
Yeah.
there's like these two old dudes in front of me.
One day I'll have a smoker in the trail to bring the food to get together. Food get togethers. That'd be fun.
Like things, I guess, wants to like crowd surf.
And they say
Ah,
hello to your
Vanessa.
coworkers.
Vanessa Kitty, one of my regulars, she says hi to my coworkers. So Vanessa says hi.
Mhm.
They all said hello back.
Well, they were like the Three Stooges there. Hello, hello,
And she says it's a
hello.
hello from Connecticut.
Hello, Connecticut.
They were all in unison. That was nice.
Yeah,
He like, I
it was like perfect harmony. Yeah.
Right? Flew out beer to the radar remote station aid. Radar remote station aid. It's got tongue twisted there for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rod, just for you.
Oh, I do miss some urban
Urban
artifacts.
artifact.
I do miss some urban
Very
artifacts.
vanilla too. Yummy.
Like, I was like, he's gonna throw his back out. I'm like, why is him out of it?
Let me see, old style in my 80s beer. I still drink it from time to time.
Old stool.
I'm trying, yeah. You don't want no old school, I'll tell you that.
It's old stool. Just sit on it. Oh God.
He went down so hard. He like bounced.
Let's see, old fashioned hand grinder, spam, a bowl of mayo, make some spam salad sandwiches. Why?
Oh hell yeah.
Why even need to do that?
Hell yeah.
More crowd surfing.
Hell yeah. Vanessa's got it going. Vanessa's got it going.
We do fried, breaded spam a lot. Low sodium though. Shit salty as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's very salty.
I never heard of being fried or spam being breaded like that. That's interesting.
That's okay. All right. I'm gonna try that.
That just sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Order the bologna
Chicken
sandwich in the
fried
restaurant.
spam.
Also.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the, do you put the white gravy on the chicken fried spam too? Yeah.
Well, yes.
Heck yeah. It's got to have gravy. If it doesn't have gravy, it's not worth eating.
Is it the white? Is it the white gravy or the brown gravy?
It doesn't
I don't
matter,
know.
just
I
gravy.
don't know.
It
Oh,
needs
oh,
gravy.
oh. You better not say it don't matter. People got their gravy rules. You can't say gravy don't matter. Dave's looking at you right there, like Dave knows gravy. There's rules for that,
Gotta have white gravy.
right? Gotta leave the brown stuff to the potatoes.
None of that turkey gravy stuff. Yeah.
Half inch thick. Yeah, when you order from the restaurants, I know they got some thick bologna they give you.
Oh, good.
I mean, they should because bologna's pretty cheap, so you better get a good amount if you're paying for it in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Hey, Aubrey from Vanessa.
We're pretty good.
Hey, Vanessa.
Hi, Aubrey.
Black Label still tastes exactly like it did in the 70s. You know, you can still get it.
Yes.
Bart said, Vanessa, good evening.
It's,
Jalapenos on that fry. I do put the jalapenos. I did have that on the fried bologna when I had it. I like it spicy.
Hey, boys, I ran out of beer. I got to do a thing. Oh, Brian?
Am I hearing Shannon talking? No, that's actually,
Thanks.
I'll say we can entertain him.
that's actually Mal's friends that are talking there. They thought it was Shannon talking in the background.
No, I was just saying I ran out of beer, and my head chef just went to get me another one, and then my coworkers were like, "We can keep them busy till you're back." It's like, oh, Teresa is coming. This is Teresa.
Hi.
Hi, Teresa.
Hello, Teresa.
How y'all
And what
doing?
do you,
Teresa. Teresa's very similar to Shannon.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's Todd's wife. You're very similar.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good thing.
what,
It's a good
well,
thing.
thing. I like
what
Shannon.
time is it right now? What time is it right now? That's what.
8.
It's 8 o'clock.
Where are you guys?
You're still the good Shannon right now.
Baltimore, Louisville, and Chicago.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Hello, hello.
Any cicadas by any of you yet?
No, nobody has
No.
cicadas yet.
No. I hate those fucking things. Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Ask her if she's going to eat any.
He's wondering if you're going to eat any. Apparently, a lot of. Oh, thank you so much. Apparently, a lot of people are going to eat them.
Let alone ingest them.
She's like, I can't touch them, let alone ingest them. Are you kidding? So I'm having the food truck Pilsner now, 4.9% ABV, woody, floral, and bright.
There you go.
His beer.
Tis beer. Thank you, Teresa.
Well, somebody gave a beer with a
Look at that
cicada
guy, my
appetizer.
Thank you,
could
Brian.
you could pair beer with cicadas, maybe. Somebody will. I'm not, but somebody will.
No. No, somebody's going to. Somebody's going to have a fricasseed cicadas with their beer.
They're going to have
They're-
a barrel-aged cicada
Brian,
beer,
no.
and it'll be ready
No.
in 17 years.
They're packed with
I
protein.
just told the head chef we're not doing the fricasseed cicadas, and he agrees with me, so we're good.
I bet we can get you to try cicada. I bet he would do it.
Crickets in the city on tacos.
Probably already.
Brian just told me they did crickets on where?
Yeah.
What?
Hey,
They did crickets at our Logan Square location on tacos.
my neighbor across the street.
Guacamole and
Oh, you know.
crickets. Oh my god.
We got a
Better not have been the
cricket.
day I was there.
We got a cricket connoisseur on the panel right here. We got a cricket connoisseur. He's got crickets.
I've had crickets
Hard to
before.
do.
I'm sure they're hard to do and they're gross, so don't.
No. We're gonna be eating bugs. It's the future.
They're
Stop
packed, they're
saying
packed
it's
with protein.
delicious.
They're packed with protein.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the future. Everybody's gonna eat bugs.
He's
I mean, if
saying
you
it's
do
the
lobster-
future. Everyone's gonna eat bugs.
If you do lobster, you can do roaches.
I hate hearing my head chef say that the future is bugs. Like, I'm upset about this.
Lobster was once fed to criminals, so
Yeah,
it wasn't
yeah.
a delicacy as it is today.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Same thing
I mean,
with
when you
bugs. Look
Yeah.
at the Philippines, Mexico. They eat that stuff.
Yeah.
All other countries
Yeah.
they eat it, and it's high protein.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's
a
why
lot
they
of-
all come here.
I can get protein from other places. I don't want it.
Sure,
I'll take chickpeas over that. Are you
for
kidding?
dollar, bugs are cheaper to grow.
I know bugs are cheaper to grow. I don't want to eat them though.
I'm
Ugh, you're killing me, man.
teasing.
That's why we have tofu. But enjoying the Lost 40 Brewing Love Honey Box tonight. Nice. I haven't had a Lost 40 in a good amount of time. I don't think I can get
Oh,
them here.
honey box sounds lovely.
Yeah. Sounds a little sweet, doesn't it?
It does.
2100
It
hours
sounds
Eastern
sweeter than
Daylight Time.
cicada
At the tone.
fricassee.
Yeah. That'll be 9 o'clock for everybody else.
You call me.
Pilsner, nice.
Yep.
RS in the house with a Bud Light.
Bug light.
That's
What is
Dad.
happening?
Hi, Dad.
Bug Light.
That's my papa.
I was hoping you would catch that.
He's gonna have a bug light. I love it.
Mashed potatoes, use a pastry bag to pipe out lines of the wax paper, deep freeze batter, and deep fried stir sticks.
Mm.
So you'd have mashed potatoes kind of like deep fried stick. Interesting.
See nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
No, that sounds fun. It's
Yeah.
like churros, but not.
Well, it's like, who doesn't like mashed potatoes, right? Now you're going to deep fry them? Yeah, a lot of people will be in on that.
Yeah, like why not?
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna turn the camera just for a second because the guy got really pretty over here. We kind of have like a pink purple thing going, and it turned out really nice. It looks all blue in the picture, sadly, but it is pink and purple on this side. So
Is that part of the Northern Lights or whatever that were happening?
no,
Or
that's
is-
part of sunset.
Okay. Well, some people saw the Aurora Bellis. What do you call them?
Aurora Borealis.
There you go. Yeah. People were sharing pictures of the lights and stuff in the sky. Well, I didn't see them here, but some parts
One
of
of
the
my
country.
coworkers said it was visible from work, but I don't recall seeing it. Of course, I'm usually so busy I don't look up.
Some people said it looked better like if you did it on your phone as opposed to looking at it with the naked eye. Like they were able to take really cool pictures, but you couldn't see shit when you were out there to look.
No, that is true, Dave, because our neighbor across the street from us apparently took all these pictures, and it was the same sky I was looking at. Didn't see a damn thing.
Yeah.
He posted this picture on Facebook, and I was like, where was that? It was out in front of her house. I'm like, how'd that happen? Like, I was looking at the same sky. I didn't see a damn thing.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was a little bit of acid, it might have helped a little bit. Just saying.
I mean, probably couldn't have hurt no.
All supplied by Todd.
Oh, little drip action there. The corona mass ejections this past week was widespread across the country. Oh,
That sounds so naughty.
it does. Yeah,
Just saying.
that's like a good thing there.
It just
But speaking of
sounds
stuff
very
being spread
naughty.
spread across the country, how the hell do we bring measles back? Because that's just how shit is in America. It's just like people, all these anti-vaxxers out there, and now we got states popping up with these measles, and it's like, dude, like we obliterated this years ago, pretty much. And
You said
Can't
exactly
you-
what I was ready to say was the anti-vaxxers is the reason because we can't do that.
you just can't stomp out ignorance, no matter how much you stomp. You just can't do it.
No, or bugs. Bugs too. You can't stomp out.
So I might start getting measles shots. I'll be like, I do not want another shot of. I don't need another shot in my life, not unless it's a shot of whiskey or something. But yeah, camera
So
sensors pick up more color in your eye. Mm-hmm.
She's saying that, but I just turned the camera and you couldn't see all the pinks and purples in the sky when I showed it. So I don't know.
Oh, made me think of the Boondock Saints. Whoever had that tone there, that was pretty funny.
Sound like a little Dropkick Murphys there.
Yeah,
It did sound like Dropkick Murphys. Da 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 da. That whatever. What's the song? I can't think of the
Shipping up
song
to
now.
Boston.
Yes.
Don't get
That's what I thought of.
copyright infringement.
Dave, you should have gone on Name That Tune. I can name that tune in 1 second. There you go.
Did you ever get a copyright infringement, Rod?
For what?
For, like any music in the background?
Yeah, I had a couple
dinged
episodes.
once,
Yeah, I got a
I
couple
had a bunch.
episodes, and they was like a copyright claim, so I had to go back and just delete the segment out so the video
Yeah.
would stay monetized and everything. But
Get the
it
nasty
happens once in a
gram
while.
from YouTube and Google.
No,
when
I
do the
had that
reaction,
happen
when I do the
too.
reaction channel, I get a lot of them. And I just fight. I just send them a thing as fair use, and I win most of the battles with the word that I send into them. So, yeah, it's going to happen.
Can you
is that?
BCC me on those emails so that I can figure out how to do that? Because they fight me all the time.
On copyright stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever wording you're using, because it did not work when I tried to fight it. So
Well, on a reaction, I do like music reaction. So Make sure to hit that button again. But I do the
that
music
won't work for me, I
reactions.
guess.
And I pretty much do commentary and stuff to explain the stuff, and I just send a thing out. And then a lot of times I don't even check back on them. You get a lot of people that on YouTube that submit false copyright claims too.
Yeah.
That claim stuff on people that actually don't have the right to it. So you got to watch out for that.
Yeah, no, the one I had was legit because I had like another podcaster like, hey, send me your intro. I'll put it on my show. You can put mine on your show. His intro had like a Bruce Springsteen song.
Oh, no.
It was blatant, plain as day. And
Oh,
I never
geez.
listened to it. So I put it out there, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, fuck, I got to take this off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say,
I was doing
never
an
use an
interview.
ADC. Never use an AC/DC song.
No.
Because that'll get your video just stop. They'll stop it. They won't even give you a claim. It just gets taken down.
I was doing an interview with a taproom owner, and I was chatting with them, and Johnny Cash song came on, and his whole interview was gone. I couldn't use any of it at all.
Johnny Cash.
That
Really?
sucked.
Okay.
Yeah, the Johnny Cash song destroyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did an interview with a couple guys. I don't even think they do a podcast anymore, but we were outside a tap room. It was a nice day. And, we had our mic set up, but the tap room had their music playing. And boom, I'm like, guys, we're going to have to like call this in and like re-record the whole thing. I'm like, I can't use any of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting how some of the stuff happens. One of the ones I was using for a clip on here, like when I do the soundboard, I forgot what it was. It was one of the songs they do at the game. That one started getting copyright claims on it and stuff. So I haven't used that one as much. But, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Um,
It's the hazy now, so you could see the glass,
Ooh.
beautiful glass from Minocqua.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Drink beer,
Nice.
don't be racist. I love it.
I ordered that, and I got a coffee cup that says woke. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's cute. Have a good night,
Big Daddy
Gabby.
says he sees the pretty sunset, Mal. So he sees the
I'll see you
sunset.
Saturday, darling.
I'm going to go get a beer. So you all carry on here for whatever.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we
Oh,
have
what?
to carry on? Oh, no. Carry
Yeah,
on
just-
my
Yo,
wayward
I just
son.
going to do that. I just knew she.
I just knew it.
So did I just get a copyright on us for,
Yeah,
singing the song?
Kansas might come after you.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
It's crazy. Like, I know Rod's probably super dark there. I'm almost dark here, and you guys still have pretty good daylight going on.
Yeah, I can't even see outside. I'm living vicariously through Mal.
I got sunlight.
Yeah.
Yay!
Not even sure what beer I actually wanted, but I decided to go with my last triple from Peabody Heights, Unforgivable Curses. Actually
Nice.
did a video. They actually sent me a thing thanking them for the
Hey,
video I did.
Shannon.
Was that Shannon over there? I didn't see. I just got.
Hey.
Yeah.
Just know they're doing her current. Let's see. Yeah, microfixation of doing her nails, and I told her she needs to open her own salon because she's been doing it for like 2 weeks now. So she's like, but
Wait, what
I
is she
think so.
doing?
her nails, like
Oh.
nails and painting and taking them off and redoing them and painting and all kinds of.
She says that, but I think she's still couponing.
It's couponing. Couponing. Coupon. Not coupon, it's coupon.
I say couponing.
Coupon. Hello.
Hello.
Is somebody moving
Hi.
furniture next to you
Hi.
now, by
No,
the way?
you're all good. What?
Is somebody moving furniture? Like, I feel like I keep hearing somebody moving furniture or something next to you. Or
Well, I mean, between our beer cooler making noises and
oh, that's what it probably is.
random,
Okay.
we actually do have customers out here now. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, it happens.
Customers,
That's
and
good.
one of the owners is here from Australia with his wife, and he's just been a joy to have around. He's been great. He dropped off an awful lot of beer for me today, which was super lovely.
That's always a
So-
nice thing.
Oh, and one of the other owners' wives just walked past. Well, Dave, you did an interview with Jeff, correct?
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. So Chris is the other owner, and his wife is here, and then Andrew, who is one of our owners from Australia, and his wife is here. So yeah, they're setting up a little table. So I hope my live stream doesn't bother them too much.
Little international summit taking
Jen
place.
just went, no, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
So
Matt will take a time out, and she'll be in a basement.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
I
Yeah.
won't do any of the Crocodile Dundee jokes then, since
Yeah.
they're out there.
yeah, let's skip the Crocodile Dundee jokes if that's okay. Thanks, Rod. I appreciate that. They both just looked over and went, come on, man.
I'll leave the dingo one out. Oh, let's see here. We had AC/DC playing on the boombox, 1986 at the Mass. State Police escorted us off of Martha's Vineyard onto the ferry back to
We
mainland.
let them know what's
We
happening.
play AC/DC. We got big balls. I think Vanessa should have a book of some of her life experiences.
No.
That's just how I feel. Just yeah.
I agree. There should be a book. There
Yeah.
needs to be a book for her life.
Yeah, you can kick all of us off and just
Cheers,
have
Charlotte.
Vanessa tell her stories.
Vanessa Kitty, living my best life. There you go.
Bye, Brian. Have a good night.
See some great stories there.
I'll see you soon.
Rod, this beer might be the most non-alcoholic 8% beer I've ever had.
Really?
You know, it's like it just like real smooth. You don't feel anything. It just
Well, I mean, like most sours, I was thought like, okay, it's 3 or 4%. Like, nope, it's 8%. I was like, okay, don't taste any alcohol at all.
yeah. Well, Urban Artifact is pretty solid. They hide it in there pretty well. Yeah.
They are, yeah, pretty damn good.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the breweries I missed from not being in Cincinnati for sure. They had some really good stuff. And they opened up like the wild and sour funky market for a lot of other breweries with the success they had.
Oh, yeah.
Can't go wrong with their stuff.
I'm glad we can get them here for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, if you ever go to the brewery, they actually have stuff in there like they have these liquids. You could put liquids into the sours that cuts the sour to your right feel and
Oh,
different things. It's pretty cool.
I was thinking.
And it's an old church. They renovated an old church for the brewery.
Oh yeah, I guess we didn't then. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like the
Yeah.
old church ones. Those are always fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we actually did an art show there one time where we had a thing there and brought people into the brewery. It was pretty cool. Both the owners are named Scott, which is also kind of funny, but yeah. But you might want to see it. I got a video on the channel that shows that brewery as well. We did a tour of it and everything. So Mal's got the Pilsner, Dave's got the. You went and got it. Was it a juicy IPA? Or are you still doing?
I have one from Azadi. This is Alfonso Mango IPA,
Oh, okay.
and it's really good.
Yeah, it looked juicy when you poured it in there
Yeah.
too, like one of the juicy styles. So yeah. And this Belgian triple. So
Give me 1 second.
all right.
I might have to tap out pretty soon. So
Yeah, is the back starting to get to you there?
yeah, they say the surgeon said 7 to 10 days, and you hopefully should be good. And today's day 7. So it was weird. Like I woke up this morning, I felt like a champion. I'm like, oh,
Right.
that feels great. And then like 30 minutes later, I'm like, oh no.
Oh, it's hard to
Yeah.
hit you. So
So we'll
But
see.
Dave,
I'm sorry?
This is Chris. This is our other owner.
Yeah.
Dave, you talked to
Chris.
Jeff, the other
Hey.
owner,
What's
but
up, Dave? Nice to meet you.
Nice
Yeah.
to meet you. Yes.
so
Good to see you guys.
Yeah.
you too.
Thanks for loaning us Mallory for the night.
Yeah. Anytime. We'll loan her out anytime.
if you want me to move on side, I can.
You're
I
fine
just-
as long as we're not bothered.
All right. All right. So they're fine with me being out here. It's all good. It's
Yeah.
weird to have, two of my bosses next to me while I live stream this, but here we go. Cheers.
Yeah.
You were saying, Todd?
Shannon wanted to know what you had done.
They did like 3 or 4 things in there. Like they did more epidurals. They did some like
When I told you that, I didn't know that.
electronic shit, and then the main thing that he did, the surgeon was like, "We're gonna fry off all of your nerve endings to kill them." And then the way he was describing it, like they're gonna grow back like clean, and hopefully you won't have like the pain issues that you've been having.
Her brother,
Right.
didn't Donnie do that?
Scary though.
Yeah, he had some of it. He had to go a couple times to get him.
Yeah, like this is my third epidural, and this is the first time they're doing like the burning off the nerve endings, and I go back to him on the 28th, and then we'll like reevaluate, like if they have to go in and do it again or whatever. But it's like it's still sore from where it's been, and then like it's been sore from like the surgery and like the cuts and everything there. So it's just like, ugh, just hard to get in that comfortable spot.
Unease, easy.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it gets better these next few days then as it recovers and goes forward.
Well, yeah, and like the first like night, I'm like, you didn't give me anything for this, like no painkillers or anything. So I'm like, fuck, I'm glad I got a barrel age somewhere in the house that I could take.
Yeah.
But, he was like, so he gave me Norco, which I hate Norco because that just like it F's up my stomach. Like it's just like it jams you up. So I get the Norco, and normally TMI, but normally they give you something so you keep your body regular. But like the pharmacist was saying, oh, they won't even do that anymore because insurance companies won't pay for it. They'd rather you be miserable or have to go out and buy, you know, something for your stomach on your own than prescribe it. So I'm like, bullshit.
Yeah.
So last Friday, I had my 2 top wisdom teeth taken out. And Shannon said that's the same thing that they gave me.
They gave him Phenergan for his stomach, so I gave them that.
Yeah.
They did give me that, or you had
gave
some?
me for your stomach,
Oh,
too.
okay. So they gave me.
That's what made you sleep so much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you know, it's weird. Like the Norco, like I will only take it before I go to bed because, like, if I take more than one of those a day, like it hurts worse just having stomach issues than the pain. I'd rather deal with the pain than
Take it with food?
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
But yeah, it's just like, you know, you don't want to get too much into it, but it just like jams you up, and it's just like,
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah.
It does.
She said, "Oh yeah, it does."
Yeah. Any narcotic medication does.
Okay.
Yeah, when I had my wisdom tooth out, they gave me a Vicodin. I was good to go.
Yeah.
That's what Norco is Vicodin, but they lowered the Tylenol in it.
Yeah, leave my shit high.
Yeah.
Don't be lower my dosage. You let me get that real shit.
We'll put it this way: I got home last Friday. One time we get home about 9:30.
Yeah.
And I slept. I woke up at like 4:30. I never sleep that long. Now I see why. She's like, "Yeah, I get one." And I was like, "Okay, now it makes sense." Like, yeah. Okay.
So guys, I just have to give you a heads up. I'm at 5% on my phone. What I'm probably going to do is close out for a minute, drive home. It's like half-hour home, and then I'll pop back on. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Just be careful to drive.
Oh no, it's fine. But yeah, I'm getting a little low on batteries, so I know I won't be able to make it for the full thing.
See if we can find some MGD on the drive home.
Huh?
See if we can find some Miller Genuine Draft on the drive home.
That'll take me more than 30 minutes. I got to get home and get back on with you guys.
All right. Drive with the wind.
All right.
All right.
I'll see you guys in just about 40 minutes. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. I'll see you soon.
All right.
All right. See you then. Sure, we'll still be here. Probably. Most likely. Yeah. Unless StreamYard goes down again. Like, yeah. But anything coming up on your podcast, Dave, that you wanted to share before
you know, just like thinking of kind of spitballing ideas for next week. So I'm going to do like the cicada thing, 17 years, beers that were popular 17 years ago. So I got like the list of Great American Beer Festival winners. So I'm going to see like some of them, like old style, even Hams took home a medal. There's a local brewery pizza place that's co-owned by Rick Nielsen from Cheap Trick. They won a medal that year, and they still serve that beer. So I'm going to see if I can get there and have it on tap for the show. If not, I'll talk about it because I've had it before. So that's about it. I got another non-alcoholic show coming up with a guy that has a website all about like NA beers. You know, I hooked him up with Joe from Go, so they're going to talk in a couple weeks. So I'll talk to him, and that's about it. It's just kind of like day by day. This is like, you know, I'm just like in pain. I'm like not comfortable. So like thinking about beer and podcasts and everything else is like kind of secondary right now.
Speaking of non-alcoholic, I got something here for you.
Recently, I was on tour. I was in Canada, and in Canada, you can only buy alcohol at certain government-run liquor stores. I didn't know this. I was at the grocery store. I accidentally bought a 6-pack of non-alcoholic beer. I should have known something was off. It was room temperature. That's a small red flag. I went back to my condo. I put 5 in the freezer. I put 1 in a bowl full of ice. Got it real cold. Cracked it open. Took a few sips. I was like, oh, that's not refreshing. I looked at the can. I was like, oh, that's not even alcohol. This is basically bubbly barley juice. I was resigned. I was like, I guess I'm going to have a sober night. I guess it's bedtime soon. Next thing I knew, I finished the can. I drank the other 5. I killed the whole 6-pack. At which point I realized, man, I'm really out of control. I'm also suffering from non-alcoholism as well.
Yeah. I need to do some more of the NA beers. I haven't done anything since I did the Go Brew one, I think. I got no problem doing them, checking them out. And
yeah.
Like I said, the Go Brew was a nice, pleasant surprise to do their beers. They were pretty solid. So
yeah, and there's some other ones. Like what's that one out of St. Louis? Well-Being, that's pretty good. One out of New York, Momentum, who I had on the show. Their stuff's really good too. I mean, the stuff, it's a lot better than like what we grew up with Duels and Sharps, which just, I mean, in my opinion, those just weren't good. So the stuff that's coming out now actually tastes like a beer, and some of them, you know, aren't bad if you don't want the alcohol or you don't want the calories. What's it? AleSmith out of San Diego. They did one
for the Speedway, I think. Yeah, they did Speedway non-alcoholic.
Speedway non-alcoholic stout was phenomenal.
Oh wow, they did one of those.
Yeah, and they do like their IPA that was really good. The Sierra stuff's good. So I mean, there's a market for it. So we'll just see.
Okay. Well, you know, I posted the poll question, which right now 71% said no, 29% yes on Hunt and Well. So this past week, as I posted the last couple of days of videos, I finally 2 of the beers off the list for me that I wanted to try if I ever came across them were from the Alchemist, right? Because usually you have to drive up to Vermont to get them. And luckily, shout out to BJ who came through at his store because he got them in their distribution. So I picked up the 4-pack of the Focal Banger and I got the 4-pack of the Heady Topper. And having them, as anybody, if you saw the videos, you already know how I felt about them and stuff like that and everything, which they're still solid, good beers. But then it's almost like when you actually get them, does it hold anticipation of what you thought it was going to actually be? Because it's almost like you chase stuff down now, and if you're chasing them from that long back, everything has changed so much in the craft beer market. It's almost like, yeah, it's good, it's decent, but does it still hold up to that level that you thought it was going to hold up to when you were chasing it? Because now you got other stuff that's just like, I'd rather have this, or I'd rather have that possibly, or whatever. So,
or like the hype is too much that you're just bound to be disappointed because you're expecting to see like Jesus come through the window. This beer is so good, and it's like, this is really good, but I don't see Jesus yet.
There's not a Jesus in my waffle. I was told there'd be a Jesus in my waffle, and he's not there. But it's kind of like, I think about like that old show. I don't know if you ever watched that show, An Idiot Abroad, where it's Ricky Gervais and have his buddy that like sent him a place around the world. He was never like big thrown back by. He went to the Great Wall of China. He's like, it's a big wall. I don't see what the point is. I mean, you just go down there and walk around it.
Yeah.
Or he'd be like, you go to see the Taj Mahal, and he's like, yeah, you do this for one wife. What about the other wives you got? You got to build them. So he's always like finding stuff with it. And I was like, as I had the beers, I was like, my mind, I'm like, they're good. They're, I pointed out the stuff I liked about them, things that came through to me. But then I'm like, afterwards, kind of reflected on this, kind of like, yeah, they're but it's like there was no golden aura type moment. There was nothing that was like, I made it to the promised land type thing with it. It was like, it was like, and I had that with like, I know like when I did High Lie, because people used to always talk about High Lie being the big thing out of Cigar City. When I finally got it, I'm like, it's good.
Right.
It's good, but it's not like, I'm going to put it as a great type thing now. And these two, go ahead.
I had the Heady Topper years and years ago, back when he was like, oh, I got it, I finally got it, and it was like, oh, it was good. Like, yeah, it's pretty good, but even then I was like, I don't think I see all the hype in it, but okay, whatever, maybe. But.
Yeah. And like going into like the Heady Topper and the like a couple people that brought us up on like in a couple comments, like the thing that I pointed out in the video too, about drink from the can, like I did drink from the can. When I drank from the can, like a lot of the beers you get, then you get that I got that tin feel. So I'd rather put it in a glass. Even though they say drink from a can, I'm like, I get that tinny feel when I actually do it that way. So it's kind of like, I know you say that, but it's not the same for me actually. But it's just kind of, like I said, it's kind of just when you get these ones now. There are some that do deliver. Like I said, like, first I had Bourbon County Stout. After hearing about it, that one delivered. Like it's a kind of type thing. And there's some other ones that are out there that are kind of just great type thing. The old Victory at Sea from Ballast Point and different ones that just, they definitely deliver. But it's just kind of like, I feel like there's more beers that are hyped up that don't deliver than the ones that do deliver.
And also,
so, Ryan, out of the two, which did you prefer?
Oh, I got a head-to-head video that'll be upcoming on that one.
Oh, okay, sorry. Don't ruin it.
But actually, on the Focal Banger I released yesterday, I did say I like that one a little bit more. But I'm going to put it head-to-head. I'm going to do a head-to-head with them too.
Well, I was going to say a lot of people do put that one ahead of the Heady Topper.
Yeah. I like the Focal Banger a little bit more. I give them both like a 4.25 in my book out of 5. But I just like the Heady Topper will be slightly ahead. Heady Topper is probably I always try to keep it to my Untapped for the people that follow me on Untapped. But I would probably say if I wasn't doing it that way, it'd probably be like more of a 4.4 I would have for Focal Banger and the Heady Topper at 4.25. But
I don't know. I mean, it's probably good in a way where everything now just seems to be hyper local, and everybody's like, instead of drinking the big national brands like you did back in the day, everybody's focused on the local, and the local breweries are knocking out some really good stuff. So when you do get a Heady Topper or a Pliny, while they're great beers, but it's just like, like would I want to like call in favors to get these again when I could just go down the street and get something just as good?
Right. It's like, is it really worth it to do that? And you're kind of, I wouldn't put it maybe on that list to be able to do that there. And I was looking here because you just had like Dale's Pale Ale, which I think is a classic Pale Ale. And I thought it was in here. I was just double checking. Yeah. So like you look at something like this, 1001 beers, you must taste before you die. And Dale's Pale Ale is in here.
Yeah.
Which to me it makes sense because of the history of Dale's Pale Ale plus the value you get for getting that beer.
Yeah.
It's not one of those ones that like you're not a high expensive type thing, but it gives you all the qualities you want in a pale ale. When you look at some of the other craft breweries that can kind of gouge you a little bit, it's like Dale's Pale Ale is definitely one you should try for sure and see what you can get
for the buck. Like here, I'm just pulling it up real quick because I scored them all, which I usually don't do on my show, but I figured since I'm doing a bunch of pale ales, but like Dale's is rated like 8.65 for me. So I mean, it's a great beer.
Yeah.
Phenomenal beer. You'll never turn it down. You go to somebody's house, they're like, oh, here, you want a Dale's? Absolutely.
Yeah. I can remember that. Like I said, I can remember back when it was like, oh, we get it here now. Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. Now you're just kind of like, whatever.
Yeah.
But even they got the double Dales now, which isn't bad. It's the Imperial version of it. And
Yeah.
But like the original
but
Dale's
I
Pale Ale.
haven't seen that here. I still can only
Oh,
get
you
like, the
haven't?
regular
Okay.
Dales.
I drank.
Oh,
I drank the double on here a couple weeks ago, I think, or
Okay.
3 weeks ago, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, we get it here. We get the 19.2 of the Double Dales here that I
Okay.
usually see.
Okay. Boy.
But I had it and I did it, and it was kind of like it's solid, but it's one of those things too. It's kind of like, do you have to do that? Like the Dale's Pale Ale already has such a great name and such a great thing. You have to always wonder, is bigger even better? And we've talked about this in the past. It's like you can get the Oscar Blues 1050, which is a solid one in itself. Do you really need a barrel aged one just to kick it up a few more dollars for? Because the 1050 alone will be just fine the way it is. Yeah. Which I actually like the base board. I like the barrel aged one on that one. So
And I agree with you on that one also.
yeah.
So I was just looking up the Heady Topper. So I checked it in on Untapped in 2015.
Mm-hmm. What'd you give it back then? Welcome back, Chris.
4.5.
4.5. That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
And it's real solid. Like if you wanted a pale ale style, and of course you did Sierra Nevada, which is a classic, obviously. People sometimes I think forget some of these are out there because they're always after the new and the hazy, the New England, all that kind of stuff. So, but those are like classic ones that sit back and enjoy that still deliver. But they don't have like that lore of like say the Alchemist because you can get them. I think when the ones you can't get, it's kind of like that's what makes it more. That's the whole zombie dust argument back in the day. When you couldn't get it, it was like this great thing out there. And now you can get it. You see it on shelves all the time because their distribution is so many places.
I talked about it on my show this week. Like I remember 10 years ago, my buddies and we would drive from Chicago to Three Floyds, and there'd be signs on the window, no zombie dust. I'm like, you fucking brew it here. How could you not have it?
So that kind of reminds me of the talking about chasing beers, right? I remember, because we used to barely just get zombie dust on the like I said, it would show up. If he wasn't there in the first hour or two, it was gone until the next time it came out. And it was like, okay, so you would kind of go chase it just a little bit to get it because the brewery's 3 hours from my house, 3.5 hours from here. So it's like, well, I cannot get that in my own state. I still can't get it.
Yeah, and even like when you could get it here, like they would cap you, like the liquor stores here would cap you, like you could only buy one 6-pack and that's it.
You're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And now you could find it at the 19.2 ounce cans at every grocery store here in the city of Chicago.
And I still love that beer, and I guess it's near and dear to my heart, I guess, just because it's kind of the first sort of whale-ish type beer you would chase, for me, getting in the car. It's kind of like, zombie dust. I gotta go get it.
And like Gumball Head was that way for a while, but not to the extreme I think that Zombie Dust was.
Right, yeah.
But Gumball Head's still a great beer.
To me, that's kind of a 1A, 1B type situation. Like it depends on which style you'd prefer, but they're both equally, I think, as good as, you can't go wrong with either one of those. Either.
No.
Yeah. I haven't done a beer festival as a volunteer for a few years, but when I did like one a few back, and the time I did have the Fatheads booth, people would line up longer in that line than a lot of the other ones just to get that Gumball Head. I mean, it was just like, and it was just like, you try to say, well, have you tried this? Have you tried? No, I gotta get the Gumball Head. I get the Gumball. Like, they were just locked in.
Oh yeah.
Like you wonder, like Bell's has this sort of like, this aura with Oberon. Like you wonder if
our
like
buddy Joe loves it.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna say that, Dave. I was just waiting for Rod's reaction. Don't say Oberon.
I mean, you got Oberon Day, right?
Oberon's still a great beer, but like you almost wonder if they would have like plugged it to more of that like special occasion, like it comes out this day every year or whatever.
Yeah. Well, you have to wonder what Oberon, and maybe you guys wonder as well, or people is like in the world of jumping the shark. I almost feel like Oberon has kind of jumped the shark on that some. So I had just done a review more recently in the Oberon Eclipse, which is okay, but I'm like,
all right.
And then you start seeing like the tropical was like, wasn't a huge fan. And I feel like they're just throwing stuff out there and putting Oberon name on it. I feel like they're almost watering down the brand of it now because you're trying all these other different things rather than just
like Oberon Shandy now.
Yeah.
So they're coming out with a new line with that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure they'll have a non-alcoholic Oberon at some point too, probably. But I feel like at some point you start doing too much, you end up watering down that thing as well. So it's kind of like if you're going to do it, do the different things. But I feel like they kind of knocked some of the luster off of it. So
for sure, because they already come out with like a mixed pack of the Oberons with different flavors or whatever. It's 12-pack, so you get 4 different one, 3 of each, and 4 different styles.
Yeah. I mean, I can see why they do it though, because I mean, they do that with that one. They also do it with the Hearted series. Well, but a lot of them, I can see a lot of them looking at New Belgium and just seeing them doing the voodoo and building so much of a line off of that beer. I can see other people starting to kind of, in my mind, they're kind of copying what New Belgium did for the success they had after voodoo. Well, yeah,
company, so
yeah. Wait a minute, Bell's is?
Bell's in New Belgium are owned by was it Kieran or?
Are they both? I didn't know Bell's sold out under them. Okay, I didn't realize that. Okay. But that might make sense why they're doing more and more stretching of the Oberon name then, because it worked for Voodoo.
Yeah.
Which I miss the old New Belgian beers and they're doing other stuff. Like you had the white label stuff coming out that were pretty good. So the old triple was pretty good.
I'm trying to pull it up, but I thought they did like a shandy now.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I probably hate it and Joe will probably love it. We just can't connect. We can't connect on the Oberon. He's like, I thought the Eclipse was pretty good. I'm like, I didn't really like the Eclipse. Like, we can't connect on the Oberon.
You definitely end up different ends of the spectrum with that one for sure.
I think the only one we talked about, I haven't had yet, but he really liked. He said was the habanero. I said I probably would. I wouldn't try that one. I probably like that one. I like the spice, but
give something to it extra. So yeah.
I
haven't had that one either.
Yeah, so they came out with this year Oberon's Sunshine. It's a pack of shandies where it's cherry limeade, tropical, and lemon. So they're just putting the Oberon name on everything.
Yeah, they're kind of they're building out that line off of it. Is it that, or it's going to be off the Two Hearted? They got those different Two Hearted beers they're doing now as well. But apparently, I just didn't realize. I just looked this up. At one point, they did a tequila barrel mango habanero Oberon. I had not seen that. Now you might have to go to Bell's to actually get that one there. But I'm like, no, that sounds kind of interesting. That seems like more to something I would definitely want to check out for sure on the Oberon line. Yeah, there it is. Oberon Sunshine, cherry limeade, shandy.
Which I would try, but that's like a variety pack. I don't know if I want to commit to 12 of those.
Yeah, that's a commitment. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like I was going to do Yingling Bach, and I can only find a Yingling Bach in 12 packs. I'm like, I don't really want a 12 pack of Yingling Bach.
At that point, you're all in. Like
if I find it someplace they have the one can already out, I'll go and try it.
Yeah, that's something like you wait for like your brother-in-law to come. Oh, here you want a craft beer? Here you go.
Like, drink that.
Yeah. It's like you at a family gathering and someone brought you, I could try one here. Somebody already put it into the cooler.
Yeah. I mean, we've all got that friend that just like mooches. So, here you go, craft beer. Steals our good cigars, drinks our good beer.
Somebody's spouse comes home. Then you said you get the Oberon? Not that one. Just throw it in the cooler. Don't let anybody see who you are when you pour it in. You know. That came from a mysterious guest at the picnic.
Yeah.
But I'm going to actually crack open now because that's what I forgot I had these in there. The Rogue double chocolate stout, which I've had this before, but I've never done a review on it. So a review will be coming up on the channel on this one, which is amazing. I used to get this like in the Bombers back in the day.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Like, you cracked it open, that would smell like Nestle Quick. That would just be like this big chocolate.
Yeah. You definitely get the nice chocolate tones coming off. Yeah.
There you go, Sun King.
Vienna lager.
I'm surprised nobody did a Vienna sausage lager. Just because Vienna's there, right? Like,
yeah,
they've done hot dog beers. Why isn't there Vienna sausage lager beer?
Probably have. We just don't know about it.
Yeah, somebody probably tried like, oh, we can't serve that.
Yeah.
That's just terrible. Oh, it is. Yeah, you mentioned that Nestle's got the nice chocolate feel to it.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Almost a little bit of a Yoo-hoo type sound on the nose as well.
Okay.
Yoo-hoo.
But the Nestle Quick, the powder version with the milk, you get that powdery type feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Rogue is one of those beers I just don't see a ton around anymore. They had this one. It was rare. Like once in a while to get a 4-pack of something in, and this was like a 4-pack, and it was I want to say it was like $9.99 or $6.99. It was something they had a deal on, and I'm like, well, shit, I'm going to get that there. That's no problem.
You're right, Rod. You don't really. I don't see him here very often either. Because my cousin Pat used to drink the Dead Guy all the time.
Yeah, and they kind of branched that off to its own
because we're the Dead Guy.
now.
Yeah. And I wonder, in a way, if they might have been affected with the cutback from the 22-ounce mark, because that was a huge thing for them. Like, you would get Rogue and some stuff in 6-pack, but they were really known on the bomber wall, like the 22-ounce bottles. And when the market shifted and that kind of went away, they started dying out from what you've seen in places.
Because remember, they used to do that voodoo donut, in the 22-ounce bomber, and they did the
Miramoto. I don't know if you did the Miramoto Japanese sake one. That one was really good. Yeah.
I remember they did a maple bacon one that was pretty
good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That one was good.
Yeah, they had some different.
Rogue is one of those old school legacy brands that, once I think Hazy's took over, they just kind of got pushed off to the side.
Yeah. Yeah, what's that show on Discovery where they do the crab fishing? They go on the big boats and they catch the crab off the creek. Deadliest Catch. Yeah, because they did a Captain Sig from Rogues. He was one of the captains off that show. They did Captain Sig beer in his honor. So
yeah, Rogue is still a great brewery.
Yeah.
You just don't, you don't see enough of them, and they're not the trendy, sexy brewery. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said,
which is funny because they were at one point with all the stuff they were doing, the crustacean ale and different stuff. They were kind of that trendy thing out there, like doing stuff others weren't doing for a bit.
Almost I was looking at Flying Dog and Doggy Style. I mean, they've been around for well over 20 some years, and that was big. That was like a huge pale ale that you can get here. And I haven't seen the Doggy Style in forever. I mean, you might be able to, maybe here I can get the Raging Bitch, I think it is. Or
that's one of theirs. Yeah.
Like I don't Necklace was one.
Pearl Necklace. Yeah. That was the oyster style. That was actually a pretty decent one. Yeah.
I never see the one they did with Old Bay. I can't get that here.
I think I have to look. I'm sure I can get it here because it's Baltimore. They put Old Bay on everything. It's like fucking red hot around here. It's like, you with pancakes? You want Old Bay on your pancakes? Like pancakes on pancakes? Yeah, we'll give it a shot. It's like everything has Old Bay on it. Yeah, Old Bay chicken wings. Like, really?
Yeah.
But those are pretty good, actually.
They are pretty good.
I mean, but they were.
It's like a dry rub.
That was like an early national, well-known brewery. Like we had all of their stuff here. I remember I went online and bought a hat because the back of it said "Good beer, no shit."
Yeah.
But but you don't see a lot of Flying Dog stuff here anymore.
Now, I remember my brother worked part-time at a liquor store just because he knew the owner and they needed help, so he worked there once a week, and they had the Flying Dog stuff, and I was like, "Oh yes, we can get it." But I don't know that we get it here anymore, or that I've even looked for it. To be honest with you.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing. You kind of forget about them.
Yeah. Big Daddy's got a Modelo Chelada Picante spicy watermelon beer. Tastes great, even though it's 3.2. Very good. All right. I don't think I've seen that. Now we get Modelo Chelada and stuff, but I don't know if I've seen that flavor here before.
I give that
and it's salty. You know, some of those stuff like that style, and some of those having that little salty back. I enjoy it. That's why I'm a big Goza fan. I like that little salinity that you can get in some of those beers, that style. So I don't mind that at all. And I think with like a Chelada or something like that, because it makes you like a Bloody Mary, you kind of want to have that saltiness in there. But this one is pretty tasty. Almost got like a. It's not, you know, it's weird because we see a lot of dessert pastry stouts, and you see something like this, a double chocolate stout, and you think, oh, okay, dessert stout. But we're so now used to these dessert stouts that are basically like fudge brownie caramel type thing in the glass. And you kind of get a hint of that, but then it's also got a thinness in there too. So it's not like really overly heavy. It's kind of like, again, the difference of how they made this like years ago to what they're making now and stuff. Yeah. So it's kind of like, you get it, but it's not over the top or anything like that. It's got a nice little just flavor with it.
Yeah, if they made that now, it'd be like a 12%. Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be Wilford Brimley standing in the can. So yeah. I mean, it is a 9%. It is all right. It is a 9% ABV though. So, but you don't feel a lot of the alcohol coming out. So yeah, Rogue is still out there. Still waiting on Red Dog make a comeback. I think you can still get Red Dog in some places, actually, Aubrey. It just depends on where you're at. I know when I was in Kentucky before we moved here a couple of years ago, they still had Red Dog. You see Red Dog where you're at, Todd, at all?
Yes, actually I do.
Yeah. So I think, Aubrey, it might be just distribution is what it probably, just like Mal can't get Miller Genuine Draft anywhere, right. She seems to run into. Which is kind of funny.
What was the other one that was big back then too? Red Dog and dang, what was the other one?
Yeah, it's pulled up. Red Dog on Untapped. The closest place is 56 miles from me, but they have it up in PA. A couple places have it in PA.
I remember back in college days, I used to drink the shit out of Red Dog.
Well, back then, like Red Dog, it was like
Ice House was the other one.
Ice House.
Red Dog and Ice House.
Ice House Edge.
ABVs back then, you know, it was like, okay.
What you got? Ice House? I got an Ice House Edge. an Edge.
Would you like a fried bologna?
Stepping it up with that one. Got the edge out. Yeah. Yeah, Red Dog back in the day was like, yeah. It's so funny. Like, you just thought it was like this much bigger of a thing. Yeah, Ice House Edge is no longer production, but that was 8% ABV.
What was the regular Ice House, like 6 or 5%?
God, I gave it last time I had, I gave it a 1.75 on Untapped. I put in the comments, it's for the show. Like, don't come at me. It's for the show. I think that was the malt liquor episode we might have done.
Probably. Was that the regular Ice House?
No, that was Ice House Edge.
Oh, the Edge. Oh,
yeah.
It probably was then for sure.
That was like, when was that? That was June 23rd, 2016 when I had it. I put it, don't judge me. I put that in the comments.
Wouldn't that shit?
Oh,
what
shit.
The original Ice House. What was the ABV?
The original Ice House.
Do you remember?
5.5 ABV.
5.5, okay.
But that was also like a ice beer. It was freeze distilled.
Yeah.
I gave that a 2 out of 5 last time I had that one.
So what was Red Dog? It was about the same, wasn't it? 5.5 maybe?
Let's see. Ice House. Ooh. Back in the day, there was a time. I always drink Milwaukee's Best ice. I think Milwaukee's Best at a point too. Red Dog was 5%. That was Miller.
Oh wow.
So
okay.
Yeah.
I just knew it was higher ABV, so that's we always got those all the time for whatever reason.
That's what's funny. Like I look at these check-in, like I never checked it in on Untapped because I never had it since I did Untapped. Like when I started Untapped back in 2015, I never had it since then. And I'm like, oh, I never checked it in. But I'm like, there's probably so many beers I never checked in. And I checked in like over 7,000 plus beers. And I'm like, That was since 2015. What about all those other years?
You're right. Yeah.
Dude, I'm like, what?
Gold years.
I'm like Wilt Chamberlain numbers. I'm Wilt Chamberlain in beer.
And now me, I don't hardly check them in anymore as much as I used to. Like I just when I go to the breweries and stuff, I just never check them in. Like my double on Untapped is nowhere near like the actual.
Aubrey, don't make me cut you off. We're not bringing back Zima. Although they talk about the only country where Zima is available now is Japan. For some reason, Japan loves Zima, and it's still in production over there. So they tried to bring it back here years ago, and it failed, like it should have.
So I really want to do a drink Zima and put a Jolly Rancher in it, or just drink it straight.
I don't know if anybody could actually like this straight that I'm aware of. I know I didn't, but
I wouldn't think so. But
I didn't know about the Jolly Rancher. Well, Dave used to like Zima.
My dad's good friends used to drink Zima.
I love Zima.
Yeah.
That's what Shannon was just saying. She's like, her and my dad's good friend used to drink Zima straight all the time.
But no Jolly Rancher? Don't hold the Jolly Rancher.
I'm trying to get somebody to get me some from Japan. That's the only place they still make it.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying.
Yeah. I've been working on a Zima show for a year if I can get some.
Did you get it when it made a return years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like before, I did the podcast. I think that was like 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
Where they brought that back in Crystal Pepsi, but like,
Yeah.
Crystal Pepsi. Yeah.
It's like, why?
Yeah. Nobody's asking for a cola Sprite, so why are you making a Crystal Pepsi? Yeah, that was. If it had not been for the new Coke debacle, that might have been the worst move in soda. But the whole new Coke thing was a flop. Although it did later build them up bigger when they brought it back.
Yeah,
people forgot they screwed up. Red Dog was a go-to for pregame before bar hopping in the 90s. Sit around and watch MTV and sink a six with the dogs before going out round 10. I wonder about Oberon. I wonder why anybody would drink it. Hey, Big Daddy, come on, man. Don't be shooting the shots. Big Daddy just coming in.
If Joe was here.
Big Daddy just coming in.
Fired! Shots fired!
It's like, he's with Joe. He's with Joe and not the Oberon fan train. So him, Joe, and Paul, they take turns driving it. But he wants Red Dog. You hate Oberon, but you want Red Dog.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get that mix there. Yeah, you can't find it there either. So yeah, it's limited in certain states. Like I said, Pennsylvania, I know they have it because when I looked on Untapped, the 3 closest places were all Pennsylvania that had it. Okay. Aubrey said I was joking about the Zima. Some people aren't. Some people are serious. Some people want the Zima.
Don't blasphemize Zima. Yeah, I'll drink that.
Red Dog was like, I'm pretty sure I've seen it. Now I got to check again just to see.
Yeah. Aubrey coming with the.
You are fake news.
He wasn't serious
Red
about
Dog,
the Zima.
That was put out by like Plank Road, which was Ice House, wasn't it?
I think at the time, but now Miller owns Red Dog. But at the time it was Plank.
Yeah.
At the time it was Plank Road, though. You're right. Yeah, I do remember that now. I feel like what was the one beer that people were telling me to try? That Mississippi Mud. You ever tried the Mississippi Mud? Like, that was like just terrible. People like that though, but it's like terrible. It's like in a little jug handle type thing, and I'm like,
supposed to be like, was it like a black and tan?
Or whatever? And it's like,
black and tan.
It's okay. Like it's like I didn't get it either, but it was okay. Like it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great either.
Yeah. I don't know, my Alexa's talking in the other room for some reason. Some people dug that. I don't know why. I just felt like, that was like, I mean,
was it big by you guys that Not Your Father's Hard Root Beer was like 10 years ago?
When it came out, it was big, and we actually had bars that would get ice cream, and they would do the ice cream floats using the Not Your Dad's root beer. Yeah.
And
Which I'm thinking it couldn't have been good for the next morning. I'm just saying. next
But they
morning.
had places here where like you could buy it in bottles and it was like 6% alcohol. But some places on tap was like 13, 15%.
Yes,
It's like,
they had
oh
higher
God, it's
levels.
evil. Yeah.
Yeah, they had some higher levels on some of the other ones, and then they came out, I think, with the Not Your Father's, maybe was it cream soda flavor or another one?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think you're right. Yeah.
yeah. But that would get too sweet after a point. You have to almost chug that thing because if you let it sit for a bit, it would get too sweet. I thought.
It was something like it was an orange flavored one also.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they did an orange one for the Not Your Father's.
Dana thinks it was orange cream, but
Like an orange, it tasted like a creamsicle.
like a creamsicle. Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
I had one orange. It wasn't alcohol, but it was THC yesterday.
Mm.
That was pretty interesting. That you didn't really get like the THC until the end.
Yeah.
But, like when it was cold, you would just think you're drinking like an orange crush or something like
Yeah.
that. It was pretty good.
And was that your first THC drink or?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's kind of interesting. When I had the THC ones, and I've only had a couple when our buddy, I don't even know what happened to Steven, but Eclipse Brewing had sent me some from out of Washington years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was interesting because it's definitely a different feel than when you're drinking. It's with the THC, but it's definitely a chill type. I kind of enjoyed it. I like, again, I'm more surprised more places aren't having these. Maybe they're starting to get more out. I need to go maybe visit some more dispensaries because here it's legal, or maybe they have them in there. But I know in Canada they're starting to roll out more stuff like that.
There's a lot of like local breweries here that are coming out with their own line, and that's what this was. So I picked it up, and it was interesting. I don't know, it was $5 for a bottle, which you're going to spend that on good craft beer anyway,
right?
But I just wanted to try it. I'm like, I want to try it for my pain. I don't want to try it for anything else. I'm just going to sit back and like help me calm down, get a good night's sleep, which didn't really, but it was worth a try. But yeah, it was really sweet. But like when it was ice cold, definitely tasted like an orange crush or like an orange pop. And like, yeah, that might be good. Throw a little scoop of ice cream in there.
Yeah. I mean, people, like I said, people were enjoying them when they were doing it, and it was like a fad. It kind of went through its time, and then it kind of died out and stuff. But it was working for a while. So I just actually, when I was in New Jersey, and I picked up the Alchemist BJ at the store, they actually asked, like, I haven't seen that for you. I don't even know when. They had Not Your Father's on the shelf there.
Yeah,
and he was like, it just started coming back in again, but they didn't sell a lot of it, I don't think. But it's some people do come in and ask for it.
What do you got, Todd? You got the shoot shirt on right there?
I do.
All right, very good.
Fresh Squeeze IPA.
My cousin's girlfriend at the time, when she was out somewhere near there and saw the shirt and got it for me. So
that's all right. You keep the shirt, even if the relationship doesn't work out. You're going to keep the shirt. Yeah.
now she's my boss at work. So.
There's a weird thing. I hated Ice House, but sank Red Dog all night. It was all shit. Yeah. It all pretty much was, but yeah. But it was a little bit different of a taste and profile. So
it was. Yep.
You remember like
cheers, Paul.
That was Ice House. Do you remember Anheuser-Busch came out with Red Wolf then for a while? Because everybody was trying to capitalize on that red name. So they had Red Wolf. Yeah.
Remember the name. I never had one, but I do remember. You're right, because like everybody had like red something, it seemed like.
Red Wolf.
Yeah. Because like Killian's red was huge.
Yeah,
Then Lion and Kugel had a red that was good. Then everybody was trying to come out with something with red. Like even like Dixie's Black and Voodoo, they had like a crimson Voodoo. So everybody was trying to get on that red name for a while.
Kind of like the IPA.
I don't see anything for Red Wolf. Was it Red Wolf for sure? The name?
Yeah, Red Wolf. That was like, I think it was Anheuser-Busch.
That's what I'm looking at. Buxton had one. That's overseas. I mean, it might have been. It may not. Nobody may have checked it in because it was so much a while ago. Yeah, I don't remember that one though. But
yeah, I'm looking online. Like Beer Advocate listed as an AB beer.
It is Red Wolf, Anheuser-Busch. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Beer Advocate scored 64.
Yeah.
Which is funny because Beer Advocate is actually owned by Untapped now. So
yeah.
It was kind of a weird merger. I don't even know if people do rate beer anymore, but they're owned by AB and Bev. So yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, the red name was definitely one that was playing out there for a while. Red Wolf was a higher ABV than Red Dog. Yes, I totally remember. Let me see, what was the ABV on the Red Dog? Look at that. ABV. It was only 5.4, so just 0.4% higher than Red Dog, but that was probably enough to get people to try it. American Amber Red Lager. Yeah. Red Wolf. Definitely I feel like Red Wolf is definitely like a corporate name to come up with that. Like, really? That's what you want to go with? That's corporate.
Sure.
No craft beer guy's gonna fall for the Red Wolf beer.
I mean, that maybe, I guess.
It's like such a boring name. It's got to be a boring beer, right? Like, Vanessa's back in the house. Cheers, Vanessa. Say hello to Paul as well. But yeah, it's always interesting to look back. But yeah, talking about like just some of those ones that you go after from back in the day that are just when you get them now, you're like, it's great, it's good, but is it to that great level for me now? Well, probably not, because times have definitely changed. But at the same point, I'm glad I actually get to try them. So,
oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you always wonder if you don't, you never know until you do.
I think it's hard to meet expectations and stuff. And it's funny, like, somebody had told me the other day, like, they get a beer and stuff like that and everything. But I think they were doing a review, or somebody I was talking to, and they were like, well, it said it had this in it, but it was kind of lighter. Like, if somebody puts a thing on there, like if somebody tells you your beer's got coconut in it, I expect to taste coconut.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't get the coconut in it, then it's like, to me, that's a disappointment. But it's kind of like, well, we use coconut, but your coconut's coming through, and you got a prominently on a can to do coconut. Like, I'm not a huge coconut fan, but if I go get a peanut butter stout, I expect to get peanut butter type feel, and not just the artificial bullshit. You kind of, so it's kind of fun. Like, just like that, expectations don't always step up to what you expect.
Coconut beer, I want like a Mounds bar when I'm drinking it. Yeah.
Not suntan lotion.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. That's what I always think. Like, a lot of the coconut stuff tastes like suntan. Like, I don't want to drink that. Like,
yeah.
It's like, you didn't tell me you were fermented with copper tone over here.
Yeah.
The leather bag is.
One is coconut. What's the suntan lotion, the Hawaii 5, or what was it? Hawaiian tropical Hawaii, or whatever it is. Like, it tastes just like that in a bottle. Is the way it smells. That's what it tastes like. I'm like, I don't want suntan lotion.
Yeah, but it was SPF 30 though, Todd. Shit.
Well, yeah,
you're good.
And see, and that's why you had that trend of people putting beer on their body thinking it was suntan protection. I don't know if you saw those stories in the past over the last year, but there were actually people. Again, this is a generation I also went through the Tide. Well, I guess it's a generation after the Tide Pod kids or whatever. But anyway, last summer, people were going to the beach, young people, and putting beer on them to soak in rather than using sunblock or whatever like that. And it's like, it gives them a better tan or whatever.
Yeah.
Doctors like having to tell people, don't do that. Like, again, the level of thought that happens sometimes in society and the way it decreases.
Yeah, and you know what? It was like my old man was white on white. And actually today, 29 years of my father passed away. Went to the cemetery earlier today, but my dad believed anything to like get him a suntan. And back in the day, like he read somewhere, and this is like pre-internet, like you put iodine drops in like baby oil, and that would make you dark. And my dad tried forever to get a suntan, but my dad was white. And like, I'm half Italian, so I'd go outside and I'd get dark just looking at the sun. But my father's side of the family was just white, and my dad would stay white for their whole life. But he tried anything to he believed anything to get him to get a little darker.
So he would like freckle up if he was out there too long and stuff, probably then too. Yeah.
Like my dad would like go out for 5 minutes and get burnt, and I'd be out there like the half Italian in me. I'd be out for 5 minutes and I'd get like nice and dark. Yeah,
See, that would be me. I'm sunburnt. My brother go out and is like all day long and gets as brown as could be. Like
coming in like a bronze god.
Yeah, my dad would lay out with all his shit with like tin foil all around him, and my dad would be like bright red. I'm like, Dad, I don't know what to tell you, man.
See, I'd be like your dad. I'd do the same thing. It's like, yes, it's more sun, more sun.
Yeah.
Look like the lobster today. Like, no, not so much.
That's it. Leather bags almost sewn up. One more side to get in the bag, turning it back right side out. Ultimate stitch string test. There you go. You should be selling some stuff on eBay there.
Yeah.
Mounds Bar. Never heard that one. Yeah, well, I mean, you think of coconut. If you're going to do coconut and candy bar, I'm not a coconut candy bar person, but I know Mounds would be the one you kind of base it off of. So, yeah.
Coconut, chocolate.
What's the other one? Is it Zero? Zero's coconut too, right? The Zero Bar. I never did that one either. Yeah.
I don't know.
But people love to see Mounds. People love Mounds that love Mounds.
Never heard the Almond Joy has nuts, Mounds don't commercials back in the day.
Yeah. Almond Joy versus Mounds and how many licks to the center of the Tootsie. Yeah.
Yeah.
So interesting thing, because as you know, one of my favorite shows is Food That Built America. So I was watching an episode a few weeks ago, and it was actually, they talked about the Tootsie. The Tootsie Pop was one of the ones in it. And it was a whole about the Tootsie Roll coming out. And basically the guy that had to create the Tootsie, he had to create it because they were actually losing out on another part of candy business they were doing versus like somebody else, like with Charms, I think, and Lollipop. But the Charms Blow Pop was kind of interesting because they were trying to save Charms because they had these Charms lollipops, so they were losing out to other lollipops. And they were trying to figure out, and the Tootsie Pop had the Tootsie in the middle of the pop, and they were trying to do it with the gum, and they couldn't do it. And then the guy figured out, like, the way they showed it on the show, he was like basically had a conversation, but he basically figured out from like the cord of the telephone or whatever, is how it was kind of described, to wrap the gum around the stick into the ball. And then it could hold together for long enough for people to get to it. They also had to think about how many licks does it take to get to the center. And the commercial used to be back like 3 licks back in the day. And some scientists actually read a thing on it, and it was like 279 licks to get to the center. So it was, I mean, it was like, it was interesting.
I remember the old commercial. It was like the owl was like, and it was like 7 licks or something. I was like,
it was like 3. Like he bit it in like on the third one, but like the actual, if he did licks, they said it was like 279 licks to get to the center or whatever.
These people should be curing cancer, not figuring out a fucking Tootsie Pop. Yeah.
I'll tell you, the Food That Built America, just learning out the stuff that you learn about things, it's just like, that is so freaking interesting. I would have never thought that, like with beer. I never knew Pabst was in the butter business during Prohibition. That's how they stayed in business, going against craft before, started a cheese business, not butter, but cheese business. And that kept them alive until after Prohibition. But they were a big competitor to craft, and craft ended up having to come buy them out on their cheese.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's interesting.
Could you imagine, though, like, okay, here's your job for the day. You got to count how many licks it takes to get to the center.
Yeah.
Here's your job for the day.
I mean, they had scientists that tested it, so they went through and like the lick. Because in the commercial, the owl would do the crunch because he bit into it, but it's like how many licks would it actually take if he did just licks, and they came up with that number. So, yeah, because when you're a kid, you're not going to be that patient to go through all those licks. You're going to bite into it before then. So, yeah.
What was your favorite flavor of Tootsie Pop?
Oh, I was never a huge fan of the Tootsie Roll, so I never a huge Tootsie Pop. But on Charms, I was like sour apple was my favorite Charms Blow Pop.
Yeah.
Shannon said raspberry for her on the Tootsie Pop.
The raspberry and the orange are my 2 favorites.
I was the cherry.
All right.
What about blow pop? Did you have a favorite for the blow pop?
The green apple. I agree with you.
The
Ryan.
green
That's
apple.
what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. Now you beat me to. I was like, yes, I green apple.
The green apple was the one. Like, if you got those on Halloween, those were high prices that you could trade shit off for. Like,
How long, how long did you get the gum in your mouth and then you was pissed off like?
Probably
because it didn't last.
less than 5 minutes or something like that. It's like the gum in the it's like the gum in the trading cards when you got baseball cards, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
That gum in there. And by the time you went through all the cards, you were ready to spit the gum out.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what the?
Oh my god. Although I wish somebody would have told me back then to hold on to those cards because I had like freaking Ricky Reggie Jacksons and Carlton Fisk and all kinds of stuff when I was a kid, and who knows what those cards are now in some trash heap somewhere. So probably some trash man probably found them and kept them himself.
And like my old comic books.
Yeah. Just like, comic books huge. Yeah. It's like, where was the business planning back then? We were latchkey kids. We had nobody around to tell us. It was just you and this comic book or you and the cards, Parents got home, they're too tired from working all day, so you just left on your own. My exposed parts are dark by fall. Wait a minute. What exposed parts are we talking about here,
I'm
Vanessa?
leaving this one alone.
Ever see the giant Tootsie Roll? I bought the super large Jersey bars before. The giant Tootsie Roll? Is there a giant one? Yes, Al, 1, 2, 3, crunch. Right. On the third one, he just bit into it. And they actually showed the old commercial back then, too, which brought back nice memories. Got lost in Nebraska last year and found a home of Kool-Aid. Do you kids even drink Kool-Aid anymore? I don't even know if kids do drink Kool-Aid anymore. But back in the day, I mean, I would say Kool-Aid is still sold in stores, so somebody has to be drinking it. But back in the day, it was you had certain friends that were more favorite places to go for Kool-Aid because some of the friends were heavier on the sugar than other friends probably were, or their parents. So you got to know who had the best Kool-Aid around the area. At least when I was a kid, we knew who had the best one and who had the watered down shit or who had the Wireless. Like that ain't even Kool-Aid. That's Wireless. I don't want no Wireless. I want Kool-Aid.
Yeah, we were poor. We had Wireless growing up. Yeah.
It's like you ain't got no Kool-Aid. What's the Wireless? Yeah. If you think of the old Eddie Murphy stand up when he was just like to his mom making a hamburger, like using bread. There ain't no bun, that bread. McDonald's don't use bread. McDonald's don't put green pepper on a hamburger.
I remember you saying that. Man, was like I remember the first time I had a hot dog and I used bread instead of a bun. And she was like, using bread for a hot dog? I'm like, yes, what we used to do when I was a kid because we didn't have it.
You put it on the bread and you wrap it up.
Yeah.
Come on, Shannon. Don't be bougie, Shannon. Don't be bougie.
That one time when
I was probably like, I can't believe you're eating bread.
Again, she's like Janice. Janice wouldn't eat a hot dog without a bun.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna eat it just on bread.
Shannon's all bougie with the poppy seeds and shit.
Yeah. What's up, Po Girl? Red Tootsie Pop favorite there. There you go. I remember Red Wolf. Probably the first hoppy beer I had in the 90s. Red Wolf was hoppy? Was it hoppy? It was an amber ale, so it probably did have some more of the hop push in it than like the regular Bud does.
Yeah, probably more.
I don't remember. I didn't have it, so I can't say. Dave, you had it, right? Like you remember?
Yeah, it was 30 years ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
This is what we do. We drink and we laugh on Thursday night. So thank you, Po Girl, for coming. Remember, let's add that one there. Maybe not hoppy, but sharp flavor for me back then. He's saying so. Maybe it wasn't hoppy. Maybe it's just a sharp flavor of being an amber ale.
I mean, back then, probably was more hoppy than you would think. Yeah. But now, when you drink it, you're probably like, "This ain't hoppy at all." But you know,
because you were running with the wolf. You were running with the wolf back then. Oh, my mom made those fake McDonald's hamburgers. I think all of our parents did at some point, but it's just like that's one of the funny. That's why that skit from Eddie Murphy is so hilarious because we can all kind of relate to it. Just like you know,
like our moms would make it, and it wouldn't be like the flat patty. It would like just be shriveled up like a hockey puck. What is this? This ain't McDonald's.
Like, it's not what it is.
Yeah, so that's not what you're doing.
Shriveled up puck. Like, come on. I'm 6, but I know things. Yeah.
You're like, I'm not stupid. Yeah. 6.
Eat it and go outside and lock the door behind you. That's how we were, Gen X kids.
Yeah, drink out of the hose and be happy. Yeah.
Yeah. Be home before street lights come on.
Yeah.
And don't drop it because I ain't making you another one.
If you drop the kiss it to God. Yeah, and then eat it.
Oh, these kids got it good nowadays. They don't even know. They don't even know the struggle we had back in the day.
Yeah. Especially if you dropped it back in the day when the cicadas were around, you'd have that extra crunch.
Or the neighborhood dog. It was gone. And the dog would look at you just waiting for you to drop it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was easy to relate to that skit back then. I mean, it was just like, I watched that the other night. It was actually on, they've been showing like his Delirious and his Raw on, I think it was Showtime or whatever. But yeah, just seeing those old skits is just, it's like, I wish he would have done more stand up, which he said at one point he was going to go back to doing stand up when he got done with the movies and his kids were older, but it hasn't happened yet. But he was one of the best out there doing it when he was doing the different things. Yeah.
I got some ice cream.
Yeah.
But it's funny just watching his like Raw when it was on last week. It was like, yeah, they'd probably be trying to cancel him right now on some of the skits he was doing.
Oh yeah, that would never make the air now.
But I'd be like, damn it, that's still pretty funny. Yeah. Come on, with the streetlights came on. Yeah, that was it. Be home by the streetlights come on. Kids know. Kids will see that. Kids will hear that little hum that will start up on the light.
Damn it, I gotta go.
And they would just know I gotta go, like sprint, like 3 different directions. The kids are gone.
You're like, you got time. No, I know. I'm 2 blocks away. I ain't gonna make it. I ain't gonna make it.
Yeah. Dog looks so sad. You have to drop some part of your sandwich. With dog? Oh, the dog. We're talking about the dog there. I was talking about when you drop the food and everything. Well, the dog would anticipate you dropping them. I feel like dogs would know when kids were like the clumsy ones. They would kind of hang around there when they have food in their hand, kind of knowing. Dogs are pretty smart. Yeah.
Ones that drop it. Yeah. We ain't getting that from mom and dad, but the kids, oh, for sure, we're getting fed.
And you couldn't look at the dog because the smart dogs start to tilt their head, like, you know, like they give you that sad look. They knew how to work with people. So
yeah, that's like me because, you know, when my back all messed up, I've been sleeping in the second room because I'm up all night. So I don't want to keep Ruby awake because she's got to work in the morning. So, like, I'll just sleep in the second room. But the dog sleeps with me because the dog knows, yeah, I'm just going to give her whatever I eat. Here you go. All right.
Yeah.
So if I get up in the middle of the night and have a snack, yeah, here you go.
Like, I'm going with him.
Yeah.
I'm going with him. Sorry, Mom. I'm not sleeping with you tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, she's been wanting to try to get a dog around. Like, oh, I just feel like, I don't know. Like, well, here right now we're renting and stuff. I mean, we could do it, but it's kind of like, up to that point, I'm like, I don't want to follow a dog and have to pick up after the dog and do all that kind of stuff. I mean, I like dogs though. It's just like the whole routine of having to do all the other stuff with it. So, and she's like, oh, I'll walk it. Like, no, you won't. You say you will. You say you will, but you won't.
You have like a backyard or anything?
No, it's just like an apartment we have here. But a lot of people in the apartment building have dogs. They're very dog friendly here and stuff. So some people have like small dogs, some have the bigger dogs. I mean, so yeah, we got enough room that we could have one, but my thing is actually taking up. But one thing I've noticed about Baltimore, it was just weird because like in Kentucky, it would never happen anywhere that people had dogs for the most part. A lot of people don't, like I say a lot, a good amount of people don't clean up after the dog.
That's
like you're walking around the street and it's like the dog goes like on the sidewalk and people will walk off. Like, you're not going to pick that up. Like,
I feel like it's everywhere.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe in Kentucky, it was just like in our subdivision. Todd, you've been there before. Like if somebody did that, neighbors would come out like, "Hey, you gonna come get this dog shit you left in my yard?" Like, you know, like yeah. But here,
yeah, that's true. Our neighborhood, like the neighbors were like, "Hey, somebody left their dog shit in our front yard."
And people put up little signs like, "Don't have you clean up after your dog" or whatever they put out there. Don't have your dog. I wouldn't come to your yard dropping off. Don't have your dog dropping off at mine or whatever, you know. So
Like HOA fees are going
Yeah.
up because
Yeah.
dog that's my yard. And you left it.
yeah, it's like, how come you can trade a cat easier than you can a dog? Cat just knows to go to the litter box. With a dog, you know, the dog can just go where it goes and like, hey, you know, I didn't get outside in time. Like,
You know what? We do have a dog, and she's small. I thought she was gonna get bigger than she is because she fits through our fence. So she goes on a puppy pad, and she goes everything on a puppy pad like a damn cat.
oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, she doesn't go outside. She just goes right to the pad, and just ever since she's been a puppy, she's always done it.
Maybe, yeah. You guys got cats though too.
Well, our daughter has a cat. Yeah.
And your daughter has a cat now. That's right. Yeah, it wasn't before. It was like maybe she was learning from the cats, but no.
No. The cat's only a year old now. So,
Yeah.
but ever since, so how old is Hazel now? 6.
Yeah.
So yeah, our puppy, she's 6 now, and we got her when she was like 9 weeks old or something like that.
Yeah.
Been going on a puppy pad ever since she was small. We let her outside; she just fit right through the fence because she never, she's tiny.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
it
she
is.
just goes to the pad and just got to change it, whatever. And that's so you could, if you get a small dog or a puppy or something, you could probably train it to do that in the
So the
apartment.
pad is like a litter box type thing then, or it's
No, I mean it's just a puppy pad that they pee on and poop on or whatever, and
okay.
soaks it up or whatever, so it doesn't.
Oh,
stink.
okay.
Yeah, and it doesn't stink or anything really. So
See, I've never heard of a puppy pad before, so that's interesting.
We bought some, and knock on wood, never had to use them. Even because our dog's like a scaredy cat when it's raining or fireworks or anything like that. She just goes to hide. So we bought those. Like, all right, if it's raining all night, you got to go relieve yourself, but she won't touch it. She'll hold it till it dries, and we'll take her out back.
yeah. Now our other one, he was the same way. Now he's older. He sort of can't hold it so well now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we will at some point, but I got no problem with it. It's just like I don't want to all fall to me.
Get you a dog, Rod.
Yeah.
Dan's best friend. Come on. Be a drinking buddy.
Go on the show, do the live stream.
I mean, they do make dog beer now, so yeah. Pour a little dog beer into the bowl. I have a little beer. We'll be like, yeah.
Shannon said it'd be the channel's mascot.
Yeah. We don't have a mascot yet, so it could be a mascot. You're right. That could definitely be something in play there. But well, I didn't do any beer news for the week because didn't get a chance really to. But I don't know if you saw anything out there, Dave, or any beer type stuff.
Let me go through my emails real quick. I
How
didn't
was
see
it
anything that really caught my eye. I know there's some new Great Lakes stuff coming out, but nothing that was really caught my eye. Like, oh, this is important.
Well, you went to Under the Glass last week, and I was going to
Yeah.
say, any of the beers that caught your attention from Chicago that people might want to know about, might want to check out,
I mean,
that you thought were really good?
A lot of good beers, like some pickle beers that not a big pickle beer fan, but it was interesting and good.
Mhm.
Like I've had stuff from Ravinia, from Mal. There was nothing that was over the top, but they were just all the baseline was so high that you just kept going back to them, but nothing that was oh, this is so phenomenal. But just brewery to brewery, pound for pound, everybody was knocking it out of the park.
Okay. Well, Chicago's definitely not lacking for good beers, so
Yeah, and we got a thing like I was talking when Mal was on before. It's at Wrigley Field, I think the Friday after Memorial Day, and it's a big beer festival there, and it's right outside Wrigley Field, which is a good time. So I'll be heading there, and hopefully, Mal will be there. I think she said the Ravinia folks will be there.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, that one's a good one. I think it's only $30 to get in, so reasonable. It's a 2-hour window. I think they have one 5 to 7, and then there's one from like 8 to 10. But yeah, it's a good time.
Okay.
What tripping animals? What do you got there?
It is. Yeah.
All
You
right.
got tripping animals there now?
Yeah.
Oh, your guy's coming through with some stuff then. All right.
King of the Beast. 8.3 ABV. Double dry hopped IPA.
I think the
dry
only
hops.
reason I noticed that is
Go a
I
little
think that was
floaty.
one of the cans that I did on the Craft Beer Marketing Awards.
Ah, there you go. Yeah.
That's a pretty cool can art, though.
Could you hold that glass up again? Was that chunky looking or?
Yeah, it's got some floaties in there at the bottom.
All right, yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got some chunkiness happening. Got a little DGM. You got a little DGM in there?
No.
Shannon,
glass
sleep
side?
in the second bedroom tonight.
I tried a
Shannon.
little bit of. Oh, this is chunkiness.
Todd's gonna be a little gassy tonight, Shannon.
Go toe to toe there, so.
Yeah, it's funny. The video I did for the Heady Topper, I was using the bar glass from the hotel room, or just a glass, but it had a little bit of the bubble action clinging, so I had to put the Dirty Glass Mafia
Yeah, I was kind of wondering.
disclaimer on that. Yeah,
What that was from.
yeah. It was like it was in a hotel because we were in New Jersey when I got it. And I did that review because I was like, I'm not gonna wait till I get back to Baltimore to do this one. I want to do it now because I've been waiting to get this beer for so many years. So I did that one, and I did the Focal Banger, both from the hotel.
That's definitely got some floaties in it for sure.
How was the weekend trip?
Oh, it was good. We went up last Thursday, and it came back on Sunday for Mother's Day. So she was happy up there. Had to do a lot of running around, being in town, make sure mom was all set, a couple errands, and make sure she was in good shape there. And saw some old people from back in the day. I saw some of her friends from back in the day that took when I was like a little kid. I haven't seen them since like 12 years old or something. So talked with them for a bit and stuff, and then got her acclimated on stuff that she needed, and then had some time to kill, but not enough time to like hang out with like Alex and all of them to kind of do beer hopping because I was like, if I go run around, I'm not gonna be able to drink beer at a brewery as much. So
yeah.
So I drank mostly at night when I was back at the hotel. But I got to catch up with BJ, who came through with the Alchemist and a couple other beers he had there. Popped into one of the other spots. I was supposed to catch up with my buddy from Spellbound in New Jersey, but he had something pop up where he had to cover something, so we didn't connect. But I did pick up one of his beers that I got at another place. They did a barrel-aged barley wine. What do I do with my phone here? And I can't think. It might have been Heaven Hill. They did the aging with. I'm trying to think. Oh, here it is. That's right. That's the cool thing about Untapped too. You can keep a list of all this beers and stuff you got on hand. Buffalo Trace. They did a Buffalo Trace barrel aged barley wine, 10% ABV. And I got it like at Roger Wilco, which is one of the stores up there. It was like a 32-ounce crowler, and it was like $13.99. I'm like, that's pretty easy math. So that works out well. So I ended up grabbing that. So I'm looking forward to trying that here. I grabbed a bunch of other stuff. I grabbed like the Dirt Wolf from Victory. I never did a review on that one. I've had it before. I thought that was pretty decent. Cosmic Little Thing. I picked that one up. Haven't done that one. I haven't done a Little Thing series beer in a while from Sierra Nevada. Evil Genius Challenge Accepted. I grabbed theirs. They had a 9% ABV, 19.2 ounce can. So it was like $2.99 or whatever. Like, can't pass that up. And of course, I had the other ones from the Alchemist and stuff too. But it was kind of funny. This last trip, it was kind of like I didn't overspend on beer, which is kind of crazy. I go in there and like I always get pretty much more beer than I can actually have, and I kind of just kept it like I'm only getting stuff I don't see or can't get back, where I'm at or kind of stuff. So I kind of limited. And the thing about New Jersey, from a lot of the places, and they get different styles somewhat, but they are so heavily IPA Like I'm talking about probably about 70% of their beers are IPA that you'll see in a lot of the stores. So that for me is kind of a turn on because I usually like to get a lot of the imperial stouts, stuff like that, everything, things I can age for a bit, not to get right into. So that kind of helps you from not spending too much. Like I go to stores around here and they got like all kinds of barrel aged type stuff. And it's like, oh, okay, well that's here and that's there and that's there and blah, blah, blah. And I'll get it. So, but yeah, it was a good trip. So. Yeah. Had a cheesesteak up there, which is, a cheesesteak in Jersey or basically where we're at is like 20 minutes outside Philly. So we get the Philly cheesesteak. Like it's just like, pretty solid. So I had that. Didn't get a Sicilian pizza. I wanted to get a Sicilian pizza, but didn't get one. But good.
We got a place here for cheesesteak that flies in the bread from Philly.
Oh.
And the cheesesteaks are legit. Like, this is good. And I brought it to a friend of mine who transferred from Philly. I'm like, all right, you're the boss. You let me know. He's like, oh no, that's good. Yeah.
So they actually use Cheese Whiz, right? On actual Philly cheesesteak.
The one that I got, they didn't, but I don't know, Dave, did they use it on yours there? Because they use provolone as a substitute for some of the Jersey places.
They use the place by me uses like a white cheddar American.
Yeah.
Or you could get cheddar, you can get whatever, cheese, but the main one is just craft American. It's this gives it that little bite.
The reason why I say is I've had arguments with people at work and stuff about the real original Philly cheesesteak has cheese.
I can't hear them.
Yeah.
No,
we can hear you.
Like the white American craft.
That's
but it was good. It was really good.
Yeah.
But is that the case, Rod, though? Being a Jersey person, is that
You have some places that, Mal, can you hear us? She's lost there.
Honestly, you guys sound really, really quiet to me. It's odd. I can't figure out why. I have the volume turned all the way up, but I'm barely hearing you.
We're here. We can hear you just fine.
Well, that's good.
This is the quiet hour.
We're about to go ASMR here for the next, amount of time.
So on the way home, I stopped by Liquid Love to pick up Chew, and he wasn't quite done with work yet, so it's taking a little longer. Chew wants to say hi.
Chew with the hand. Give us a hand, Chew. Give us a hand. Yeah. The Todd thing. You have some places in Jersey where they can do the Cheese Whiz, but really, when you get over to Philly, is where they do it at a lot of spots. That's the authentic having a Cheese Whiz on it.
That's what I meant. It was the authentic kind of Cheese Whiz. But I wasn't sure if that was true or not.
Yeah, no, it is. You go to the place over there, they hit you with the actual Cheese Whiz on the cheesesteak.
Okay.
She poured me something that's pink.
All right.
Oh.
I don't know what this is.
Well, now that Mal's here, I'm going to tap out for the night. So
get some rest, and hopefully your
that is a raspberry key lime sour. Just so you know.
Yeah. All right. Well, everyone, have a good night. Rajay, thanks for having me on.
Good night,
yes, sir. Make sure to check out Dave Beer in Front, folks.
Oh, check out Rod first. Rod's more important. Yeah. All right, everyone, have a good night.
Later.
See ya.
What up, Rod? Rod in the house. In the house. We got Rod X. Although Rod X is just Rod now, so.
I know,
got back. Yeah, he dropped the X off of it. Just got back from nephew's graduation out drinking on Torpedo IPA. Yeah, congrats to your nephew for graduation and Torpedo IPA, nice classic to pick up, Sierra Nevada. So there you go. Did you have a performance there tonight? Look like you're in front of the blue stage or something.
Oh no, they got a new sign. So it's like a teardrop, but it's the LL of the Liquid Love.
LL Cool J is back.
Yeah.
Liquid Love. There you go.
They have a neon sign here in the tap room, so.
I see it.
Yeah.
But they closed at 9, so they've been closed for a half hour. Oh, he's playing with the remote now, so he's changing what it looks like. Actually, dimmer makes it more obvious what it is. Thanks.
Yes, dimmer does. It's like my sign behind me. If I dim it all the way down, it looks a little better.
Yep.
It's weird, but if I do it with the iPhone, it comes through a lot better than it does once I have on the computer. I don't know. It is what it is.
You can see the LL in there. It kind of looks like the Laverne and Shirley's symbol.
I mean, Kind of like
It does look like Laverne from Laverne and Shirley with the L.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah, Torpedo, smooth. Yeah, 7.2. Torpedo I haven't had in a while, but every time I have one, it's just like a nice classic to enjoy.
Did he really say smooth?
7.2?
I never
Yeah.
called a torpedo smooth. I'm sorry.
I mean, it is hot. It is hot, but it has a nice smooth feel to it, I guess you could say. I mean,
It makes my whole face crumple. I can't deal.
lightweight. You're lightweight.
I can't feel my face. I can't feel my face.
Yeah, my face implodes like something out of Spaceballs. It just, it's not good.
Oh, you know what's good?
Beer.
It's good for me.
Oh, I need to get another beer. Actually, Todd, you got something there. Tell the people about what you actually got a little bit ago. While I grab a beer.
So I opened up one from Tripping Animals. It's called The King of the
I love
Beach.
the can art.
It's kind of cool. It's got because it got like a kind of golden arm there, as he's punching the buildings. I guess maybe 8.3 ABV, double dry hop IPA. And there comes my daughter and all her friends, making all kinds of noise.
I don't know what happened to my volume, but boy, I am having a hell of a time just hearing you. Like every word you say, I have to lean my ear right down to the phone. I'm having a lot of trouble hearing you. It was fine over at the other bar. I don't know what's happening here, but I can't hear you at all.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know. Can you hear me?
It is. It's very weird.
Hello, hello, hello. No,
What?
no. Can you hear me now?
Not really. I literally have to put my ear right at the phone to hear you. It's so weird because my volume was fine at the other place. It shouldn't be having this issue, but boy, I can't hear a thing.
Turn it off and turn it back on.
Shannon said, turn it off and turn it back on.
Huh?
Shannon said, turn it off and turn it back on.
Well, I could try that, but do you want me to do it now while Todd's or Rod's not here?
That's fine if you want to.
It's just so weird. I didn't have that same problem before, so it doesn't make any sense. I'm going to the settings and audio, and it looks like it's fine.
Does he have a lot of tall buildings or metal around?
And all it says is, if you're having trouble, please try restarting your device. So I might try restarting the device and see if that makes the sound better, because I honestly cannot hear you guys at all. So,
All right.
so give me 1 second. I'm going to try restarting.
Rod said, you say 11.3?
Ah, that's lightweight.
Lightweight. I can hear you, Todd, Rod said. So, yeah. So, yeah, it was a mouse thing. But I went to the cooler. I'm like, what can I drink right now that I had to grab something to review on? So, I guess I'll crack this one open. This will be the Eddie Topper.
The OG.
See, it says on here, drink from the can. I'm not a big fan of drinking from the can on this one. I got a tin type feel when I drink from the can.
I feel like all of them say that.
Yeah. It's like, oh, drink from the can. Like, no.
I don't want to. Yeah.
I mean, you get the hop flavor. You get everything coming out. The aroma's good. Definitely over hopped on the aroma.
I wonder if people.
This one isn't as tinny as what it was on the other one I had, though. Maybe.
I wonder if everybody still lines up to get them, like on the weekends or whatever, like they used to.
Yeah, well, BJ told me like before, it used to be like when they saw the Alchemist truck coming, people would be rolling right in after it. He still has Alchemist beers there, he said. It's not like it used to be.
I'd like to try one again since it's been almost.
It's been a while.
Well, at least 9 years.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good beer. I give it that. It's again, it's to live up to the hype. Hint. Well, I had to go back to Jersey next time.
Yeah, I was thinking you got them there. Okay.
Yeah, I just got a guy in Jersey. But
from back then to now, just see if it's what I remember it was.
Yeah, I'll do the head-to-head video with both side by side, give a breakdown. But it's a classical feel. Actually, it's still pretty tasty. I gave it the 4.25 on the other video. I feel like I might have been a little low on that, maybe.
I was kind of wondering. I was like, back then I gave it 4.5, so I was like, does it still hold up to that? Or
It's pretty easy drinking. I mean, you're splitting hairs at a point, right? It becomes a preference after label.
Sure.
The can, so yeah, the can is pretty nice. It's that distinctive heady topper. People kind of seen it there. They got a bunch of stuff written on the back. I don't know why. I never read all that stuff on the back of a can, but yeah, one of those details. You pretty much put Vermont on any beer I pick up, I'm going to probably get it because it's just like everything I've had from Vermont is such a good beer making state. It's kind of like blind faith on that state there.
I mean, it's only 50 miles wide and 50 miles long, so it means
a
handful of breweries. They got to be good. So
it's like, yeah, we got a beer. Where'd you get the beer from? Missouri? Where'd you get it from in Missouri? Like, Vermont? All right, send it to me.
I'm in.
It's just like, it's Vermont. It's Vermont. Just send it. Just send it. Don't even ask. Like the Burlington Beer Company, I'm really digging the Burlington Beer Company stuff. Definitely recommend checking them out. Mal is back in the house.
Yes, I can hear you now. I just had to restart the phone, I guess. It was weird, but it was so quiet. I couldn't hear Todd at all.
Yeah. He can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah,
I know.
It is 8%, Rod, 8% on the heady topper from the Alchemist. Yeah.
So, Rod, do you know how many beers they make in their line? Because I only know like those two for the main,
I know that I think Shane, when he went there, he had another one he mentioned as well. But they make a few. But these are like the two flagship or the heady topper, Focal Banger. Yeah, but they make a few, of course. So yeah, Shane actually drove down from Canada like 9.5 hours to actually go there and enjoy the beers he had and stuff. Him and Alan from One Flight Down, they went down there.
And he brought me some last July for the beer to get together, so that was super nice.
So what did you think of the heady topper?
It's still in my fridge.
You haven't tried it? It's an IPA. How do you not drink it by now?
I'm scared. I'm scared to try it. I'm scared I'm going to get let down or something.
Well, you're not.
I'm terrified.
Well, you are now. If you held it this long, probably.
I know. It's still in there.
July. It's an IPA.
I'm terrified.
IPA means drink today.
Everyone's talked it up for so long. I'm so scared to try it that I'm not going to like it. Like, what if I didn't like it? Like, that would suck.
That's okay. That's okay if you don't like it.
Mal,
it's all about the
drink it, send it my way.
my rating came in lower than a lot of my friends' ratings did on it. I still liked it, but it wasn't as high as what they rated. It's all about what you enjoy.
Fair enough.
I mean,
next Thursday you got to drink it for sure.
We don't all agree on all beers. It happens. I'm right, they're wrong, but I mean it happened. No.
Now, to be entirely honest, I was saving it for when I got the channel started again, and it just hasn't happened yet. So that's why I haven't drank it yet. So,
well, you need to drink it,
Mike. Hey guys,
Mike.
would you like to meet
What's
a
up,
brewer?
Mike? Let's meet Mike. What's up, Mike? Mike's got the epic beard. I like that, Mike. You looking smooth, son. You got the beard, although Chew won't come on. Chew's got the mustache. We know what Chew looks like, although he won't come on camera, but I like it.
Who are these people?
They are my friends on the internet. Sorry. Yes, I have friends. Isn't that cool? Mike is the driest humor person you will ever meet. He is also one of the brewers here at Liquid Love, and he's fucking phenomenal.
Excellent.
Well, okay, Manny does some things. I'm not saying that he does all the things.
I love
Okay, so he turns a valve, but you do the rest. Okay, cool.
I love BBC humor, so I'm sure I would enjoy Mike's presence.
I do too, actually. As much as Mike absolutely hates my existence in general, I love this man so much. I go out of my way to annoy him on a regular basis, and it makes me happy.
Hey, gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Well,
So-
yeah, I mean, why not, right? He's just a grumpy old teddy bear, and yeah.
Well, we appreciate that,
Oh, he's old.
poor girl. Good to know. I paid a drink today. I know almost nothing about beer, so I like to tune in when I get. Yeah. So if you have an India Pale Ale, it's kind of funny because India Pale Ale nowadays, people try to drink them as soon as they can when they come off the line. So you'll see people say, "Oh, this came off like a week ago, 2 weeks ago," and prime time. When the brewers actually put them out, I think they usually target within that 6-month period or so. But the earlier, the fresher. If you want to get the freshest hops, the aroma, and the taste, you want to do it sooner rather than later. Although just be aware when you do it earlier, the bitterness is going to hit you more than if you were to wait off. If you wait a while, it'll actually settle a little bit more into it, kind of into a new level.
Yep.
Thanks.
Thanks, what?
My heady topper.
you know this. You're in the brewing industry. You know this now.
I know how it's supposed to work. I got scared. I was worried that I wouldn't like it.
You're probably not going to hate. I mean, I've had IPA beers a year later, like from Stone and stuff before, and they were still pretty decent. But I know they just weren't as great as they would have been a few months before that time, right? So, as long as they're stored properly and everything, you know.
Oh yeah, it's stored properly for sure.
Yeah.
I know well enough to do that at least.
It's not gonna kill you.
You're right.
Okay, so next Thursday, heady topper, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Mouse sounds like she's on Mars. I knew it. I knew she had the power of
I'm on
ultralight
Mars?
speed travel to brew house and again. So you sound like you're on Mars.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should be closer to the microphone, I guess.
Are you the first human to actually settle on Mars? That's pretty cool.
No, the acoustics in Liquid Love are ridiculous because the ceiling's really high and they have no absorbent surfaces anywhere for sound. Oh, the acoustics in here are atrocious. Just saying.
Feeling is high. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a really tall ceiling.
That is tall ceiling. Put a basketball court in there.
I know, right? And they have like this weird like hangy thing that doesn't actually absorb any sound. It's literally like wood planks. I'm like, why even have that there? It's not helping anything. It just looks like a weird circle on the ceiling.
There for looks.
John Taffer would be like, why is that there? That does nothing. So yeah. Were you
Some
all
weird
pumped
design idea somebody had.
Are you all pumped on Toronto?
What?
Are you pumped on? I say Toronto, Ontario, Niagara.
Yeah.
I just keep saying Toronto all the time. I mean,
but I will say I'm still waiting for my passport to come in the mail, and I've been waiting for a while, and I'm getting a little nervous now.
Have you reached out to them, and how long has it been?
I haven't reached out to him. I'll reach out to him. It's been a little bit. I'm waiting to hear back, and I'm like getting a little nervous now because it's getting close. So
I know they were backed up for a point. And I know they at one point were saying like 3 to 6 months, I believe. But
I put the expedite on there and stuff.
Yeah.
And I paid the extra to expedite, but I still haven't seen it yet, so I'm getting nervous.
When did you send it in?
Gosh, I don't know. One of my days off that happened at some point. I have
this
no
year,
idea.
like January or February or something?
God,
or was it?
I honestly don't know. I've been running around so crazy. I put it in my calendar somewhere, but I'm not pulling up the calendar right now. But yeah,
Okay.
I just want it to show up so I can feel comfortable again.
Does you have his?
Yeah, he does have his.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we're all set to go. So 6-hour drive on our end.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we're looking at about a 9-hour drive, I think. 9-hour
Yeah.
drive.
A
Yeah,
little less than 8 for us.
A little bit less 8 for you guys. Yeah. So we're staying at the hotel actually because she's more of a hotel person, which is
we're
fine.
thinking about doing an Airbnb, so I'm not sure yet.
Well, they got the Airbnb, but we're like 5 minutes from there.
We might do one.
Oh, you might do. I mean, we're 5 minutes from where Shane has the Airbnb, where him and Ray and Paul set it up at the bank or whatever. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
She still has to get approved for a vacation yet, so that's why we ain't decided yet for sure. Because I got vacation time already
Yeah.
taken off, but she's.
I think Chu and I are vanning it.
Van in it? Oh, we're gonna
Oh
do the
yeah,
van type
we'll
thing?
sleep in the van. It's cool.
There you go.
You guys
We
got a
won't take up
van?
other people's space. Well,
You guys
it's
got a
not
van?
no, it's an SUV that just happens to be long enough for Chu to sleep in, so we're good.
Oh, I was gonna say if we got a van, we could
Oh, we'll
drive
bring
around
a
like this.
tent. We'll bring a tent. We'll go camping. It'll be
I was
fun.
gonna say if you had a van, we could drive around like the Scooby Doo gang, and like
Yeah,
we're looking for.
I can fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can fit 7 in the van. So, but I do not want to be designated driver. Just saying.
Yeah, no, I think we got enough of those from the spouses and stuff from what Shane was telling me. Like I think his
Nice.
wife doesn't drink, and I think Ray's wife doesn't really drink, and
We're hoping.
from what they were saying. So, I mean, I'm like 5 minutes from where you guys are at anyway. So
Yeah.
that's a quick Uber ride or whatever.
So, Rod, where are you staying at? You staying on Canadian side or the U.S. side?
Oh, Canadian side, yeah, the Victoria.
Okay.
So yeah. So yeah, so I got that all set up earlier this week. Get everything all done. Now I got to decide if I'm going to Pittsburgh in August. I took the time off, and I'm like, I want to go to Barrel and Flow Beer Fest, but I'm just like, it's Pittsburgh. I mean, I say it's Pittsburgh because I grew up in Morgantown, and like Pittsburgh isn't like one of those cities where it's kind of like, going to Vegas or going to Miami or going to New York. It's like, it's like, do I want to go to Pittsburgh for a beer? Because it's Pittsburgh. It's kind of like 3 days in Pittsburgh is not exciting for me. It's not
loved
exciting for me.
Pittsburgh when I went there. I went there for 3 days and it was wonderful. I loved Pittsburgh. It was
Pittsburgh to
one of
me
the
is like another
cleanest.
Cincinnati or another Cleveland. It's kind of like
No, Pittsburgh was the cleanest city I've ever been in. It was so clean. Those street sweepers come by 4 times a day. Like it's the cleanest city I've ever seen.
But if I
Never
said
seen anything like it.
if I said go to Pittsburgh for Barrel and Flow or go to Denver for Great American, what are you going to choose?
Denver. All day, every day, probably.
Or if I say go to Vegas, or if I say go to Vegas for their beer fest, or I say go to other, like it's just Pittsburgh doesn't stack up versus other spots. It just doesn't.
It's like high on
But it can in the future. Give it time. It's getting there.
I mean, yeah. So I don't know. I've got the days off. I haven't set the thing up yet, so I haven't fully decided yet. But I'm kind of like, even like we're going on vacation next month down to Virginia Beach. I'm like, it's Virginia Beach. It's like it's a beach. It's there's breweries and stuff that'll be around down there, and it's kind of like we're down there, so it's kind of like at the least it's a beach. It's not Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's like Three Rivers, like 3 Rivers running get like it's just. I mean, I go to Permane Brothers. They got a great sandwich, but is it enough for me to drive 4 hours to get the great sandwich?
They got good beer too. Good breweries.
I watched a pretty cool documentary today on YouTube about the Pennsylvania breweries. It was pretty good. I was watching some of it when I could catch in the background of work.
My videos about the Pennsylvania breweries? Is that what you
Unfortunately, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Okay. Just checking.
But they were like doing all the different stories and like Trogs and all these other breweries, Victory and Weinbacher and all, and it's just like there's a nice rich history of beers and breweries around Pennsylvania.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I'm gonna drive Chu home. It's gonna be about 20 minutes, and I'll be back on. Is that cool?
Be close. We should be on for a little bit. It might be time for the wrap up.
I'll catch you at the tail end, but I got to get us home.
I like you said how you driving Chu home, like you're not going to the same home because that's your home too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that would be my home too. That's true.
Drop him off, and
Call me out again. It's cool.
Got you about now.
But you're just the Uber driver.
Kinda. You ready to?
Come back and say your goodbyes. Bye. Bye.
He says that, but I'm gonna walk you guys out to the car now.
All right, security.
But I have to back out so Chu doesn't get shown on camera.
Oh,
There we go.
Chu, stop being so camera shy.
Oh, he can't help himself.
I'm gonna get him on camera when I see him in July.
Oh yes, there you go. That'd be your
She's
number
probably
one.
freaking out now. Like,
Oh, good luck with that. It's really hard to get him on camera. I've tried a couple times. It doesn't really work so well.
You don't know my skills.
Oh, he's got.
We should
That
do this
may be
every
true.
week. Mal just drives around and jumps on from new locations. Yeah.
I just hop to different breweries and chat with you guys wherever I end up.
Mal's our reporter from the street.
It'd be interesting.
That sounds reasonable.
Yeah. I'm in downtown Chicago now at so-and-so brewery. Oh, wait, was that gunshots?
Oh, come on. Chicago's not that bad. Everybody talks about Chicago like it's terrible. It's really not.
That's why I tell people about Baltimore. Just because you've seen The Wire once or twice doesn't mean it's everything happening. Shy is no different, right? So, yeah.
Right.
Minnesota with the win, yes. Oh, they killed Denver tonight. 115-70.
Dang.
They crushed them.
That was a blowout.
I don't know if they're going to win the next game, but I'm kind of rooting for Minnesota.
Ah, screw it. I can leave you guys
Chew
on
is
while
the
I drive
Bigfoot
home.
from us. He is the Bigfoot. People hear about Chew, but they never see Chew.
That's right.
Is he real? He's like he's like Nessie. He's like the Loch Ness monster.
He really is a cryptid. That is
Yeah.
true. I'll give you that.
Like footage of Chew would be worth millions.
I had someone post that on my Focal Banger review earlier today. Like they thought it was a mythical beer because they can never find it. They always hear about it. Like, and I had one of the ones on the video.
Yes.
It does exist. Just missing beers, right?
Actually, I got you plugged in. I guess I can leave you guys running while I drive home. I just have to pay attention to the road, not to you. That's all.
You're just all dark in there. I can't see you though, but
Yeah, sorry. Nighttime. Hi. There's
See your
my
hands.
hand.
Yeah.
You don't really need to see me. It's cool.
Yeah, you can turn the video off.
We got Mal's Uber experience on here for the first time ever.
I did turn the phone just so that it wouldn't show Chew, so he's safe. He's just locking up. Oh, here he is.
We couldn't see him anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, we couldn't see him anyway. It was so dark there.
Come on, Chew. Everybody wants to see the mustache.
The stash. Everybody wants to see the stash.
Chew, it's angled this way. You're safe. You don't have to. Oh. He put his hat in front of his face, so you
I
couldn't
see the hat there. Yeah, shoot the hat.
What is that? I was like, what was that?
That was the cryptid that he is.
Come on.
Oh, we got 32% people that go after the whale still. 68 that don't. A little bit higher.
Yeah. It's kind of bumped up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like I should put a thing in there like standing in line. Like I don't stand in line for beer releases, but I know some people do. I've never stood in line for a beer release. Now I think about it.
I mean,
have we stood in line for a beer release?
I had for Bourbon County years ago.
I don't think we have.
Not
I was
anymore.
on the beer line for a beer release as I'm drinking it. I'm canning it.
Well, if you're canning the beer, you're not really in line for the beer.
I'm on the line.
The only line I've stood in is like a line to go into a beer fest. Like the only line I think I've stood in before. Yeah, I've never done a line for a beer release.
Not for a beer release. So.
No, I don't
like-
think I have.
Yeah, not for a release.
Like some people get out there and it's like we got a beer release coming out at 11 o'clock when we open the brewery, and people like go out there like 5 a.m. or something, or 4 a.m. Like what? What? I'm like, this isn't Madden from back in the day. You don't got to come here at midnight. This is not the new Final Fantasy. Why are you here like this?
It's like the Tickle Me Elmo. You just gotta have it.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
I never did that.
I remember back in the day, like, do we see that with toys nowadays? Like back in the day, like when people used to fight over Cabbage Patch dolls and stuff like that for their kids. Like, you used to get like Toys R Us used to be like a rumble spot for some people. Like they needed that toy for their kid.
Scary.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know if you see that nowadays because everything is so digital and stuff. I don't know if you see that as much now, but back in the day,
That's a good question.
yeah.
Like,
I remember like when Transformer toys came out, or the Cabbage Patch Kids, or Mutant Turtles. You know, Mutant Ninja Turtles. It was
I gotta say,
a
my
war
dad was
zone.
pretty. My dad was pretty lucky. I didn't like kind of fall into the I need that thing because it's on the TV thing. So he didn't really have to do that for me. That kind of worked out for both of us, I think.
Yeah.
But I never like was like, oh, all of my friends have Tamagotchis, so I must have one. He did buy me one eventually, and you know, it died like 7 or 8 times, and then I lost the damn thing, and that's what you do, right?
See, I had that, but I was the first. I was the trendsetter.
You weren't a
I was
trendsetter.
the trendsetter. I was the first one that had the Cabbage Patch doll.
of course you was. Dude.
I had one, and the Cabbage Patch Patch.
And doing the
Cabbage
Cabbage Patch
Patch?
dance.
Yeah.
And doing the
Yep.
dance. Yes.
And doing the Cabbage Patch
Cabbage
dance.
Patch. I didn't know there were Cabbage Patch pets.
Yep.
They had pets?
Oh yeah.
They weren't even born yet.
My name, the name of my pet was called Cutie.
Was it a dog?
It was a dog.
It was a dog
Yeah.
named Cutie.
Yep.
There was a Cabbage Patch pet.
Yep.
See, I
Shoot
don't remember that stuff at all.
Is Shoot is messing with us right now? I'm just checking.
I
Like,
think so. I think so.
Hey,
Look it up.
Rod, Google it. Google Cabbage Patch pet dog named Cutie.
Yeah.
Google it right now.
Well, each one had a different name. You got to pick its name, and then they send you the dog
saying
tag for it.
the certificate or whatever.
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah. But you
Shouldn't
sent
remember
it in
those
saying,
two
"Hey, I
kids.
want this to be my dog's name," and then like 2 months later, it came back
Oh, that's weird.
with the dog tag, a real dog tag, not an army dog tag. I mean, those are pretty real.
Thanks for
They're
clarifying.
pretty real too. No, no disrespect.
Oh,
crap!
oh.
I did not mean it that way.
Just for that, you gotta
Awkward.
be on camera now. Just because.
Awkward. Yeah, you
Listen.
need to not be on camera ever now. Not
The
after what you just
Koosas,
said.
We gotta
the
see
Koosas were born as animal versions of the Cabbage Patch Kids.
Yeah.
The Koosas.
Gooses.
Gooses?
Yeah. Koosas. What was that one that kids used to have the digital? It was a digital thing like on your keychain. And you get to feed the pet.
That was Tamagotchi. That was what I was talking about. The little digital pet.
And people would freak out they couldn't feed their pet because their pet would die.
You had to feed it, and you had to pet it, and you had to take care of it. Otherwise, it would die. And mine died 7 times.
Wait, did y'all have one of those?
And then I lost it.
You know what I'm talking? You know what we're talking about?
Tamaguchi?
Egg
Tamagotchi.
or something?
Tamagotchi.
Tama got you.
No, choose over here.
The little digital pet.
No, it's-
Yeah, Tamagotchi.
my daughter's best friend is a senior. Like, do you remember that? She's like, yeah, I
I'm
remember.
trying to find mine.
So she was hunting online for his
Oh, there it is.
Cabbage Patch pet now to show that that's a thing that exists, apparently.
Tamaguchi. Yep, I see it here.
Tamagotchi.
That's the one I had. If you can. See.
Tamaguchi. Tama gonna die if you don't feed it.
You're right.
Well, yeah, it did die when we didn't feed it.
What was his name?
I found that out.
See, look how cute it is.
Oh, that's
Dude, what was-
creepy as fuck. Oh my god,
What do
the
you
Cabbage
mean?
Patch pets were creepy.
Yeah, they were creepy. The Cougars
That's a
or whatever.
creepy ass
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
What was
I mean,
the
could
name?
have got.
Sweetie?
Dude, it haunts you in your sleep.
He
Oh,
said its name was Cutie.
Cutie.
Well, that's what I named it, and that's what
Oh, you named it Cutie. You
Yeah.
actually named the Cabbage Patch pet Cutie.
I was 5. I'm lucky I didn't name it Hamster.
You should have named it Hamster. That would have been better than Cutie.
Oh, wait.
I mean, at 5, his vocabulary was limited. So
Hamster was out.
To me, still.
When it was naked, that's what it looked like.
Don't show me naked cuties.
That's it, naked.
No, put it
Yeah,
up there so they can
Kind of
see.
weird there.
Naked cuties. Can
Yeah,
they
that's
see it?
cute. That's the one I saw. Yeah.
Yep. That's the naked version.
That's gonna get you.
That's horrifying.
And they were all outies for the belly button too. None of them were any.
They were all outies for the
Yep.
belly button.
I
Why?
checked. I don't know. I always checked.
Why
Why
would you
did you
check the
always
belly
check?
button?
It's what I do.
What was you looking for?
You know, that explains a lot about our third date.
That explains a lot.
Oh, Chew is one of a kind, my friends. He is the original. Tell you what.
It's off the market, ladies. Sorry. Oh shit.
Although Chew, I don't know why you let Mal not drink the heady topper for all this time.
I know, right?
It's still in the fridge.
We did taste it in Chicago.
We tasted it.
Somebody-
we
I
tasted
think,
it again in Chicago.
Blue Isis.
But we wanted to put it on our channel,
Yeah.
and then of course our channel just couldn't get up and running because literally life smacked us in the head with a 2x4. And
Guess what I got for a tip today?
what
I
did
saw
you get
Jim
for a tip
Dugan.
today? She wants to tell you about a tip he got today.
I got an ounce of
You got an ounce of pot for a tip?
yeah.
The fuck?
Chicago, man, Chicago.
She was like, yes, yes.
You know how it is in Chicago.
You have no way to use this.
I don't have any cash only, but what I can give you a little bit of marijuana, a little bit of the weed, a little bit of the danky dank. Would you like to accept that for me, sir?
He's like,
If you
it's
accept
okay if
this
I
payment,
taste it?
then you would consider us even.
An ounce of pot was probably like $60.
It was either that or nothing. So I'm like, yeah, you can give me that, but you owe me
Yeah.
next time. If I go, you owe me next time.
Oh my god. Well, now we
See,
have
the
to
proper
figure
is
out how to
what?
bake
No,
this pot.
you have to ask him what? No papers? I gotta go find a pipe now. I gotta go find a pipe now.
Yeah, the next time he visits, he's gonna tip with papers. Seriously, that is so weird. You've been working there for like a year, and you get offered pot on a daily basis. I worked there for a year. Nobody offered me shit.
Grow a mustache.
Well, I don't have a mustache. I can't get a mustache.
Thank God.
Yeah.
choose the guy for that. I mean, you know.
Nobody offered
Yeah.
me pot ever.
Shane said maybe he gives out
Dummies.
stoner vibes. Shane
That
said
is
he
so
gives off
ridiculous.
vibes. She
You wanna
doesn't
smoke?
know.
Yeah. Yes, I want to
You
smell
don't
it.
gotta open it up. Don't
All
open
I
it
hear
up and
from
then you break the
all I
seal.
hear from Mal right now is
Yeah, it smells really good. It smells like good stuff.
smells legit.
It smells legit. It's still sealed. The little pot thing is sealed.
I'm gonna pull it over. We'll see.
Yeah. For those of you watching, we're not saying, you know, we're pro drug use. We're just saying if a person decides to tip you with an ounce of weed, who are we to complain? Who are we? You know, it's a bartering system, right? So we just barter with it. Yeah.
Oh, wait, there's red lights behind you there.
To be completely honest, Chew and I don't really do pot like that, so
It's probably going through your dad.
it's
Bring
either
it to
going to my
Niagara.
father or it's going to my coworkers. One or the other.
Bring it to Niagara. Bring it to Niagara.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, are you kidding? Crossing the country lines? I can't lie to save my life.
Put in a freezer and in your trunk, and you'd be good.
We'll meet you at the border.
If I had drugs in the car, I would brake.
Don't look in the back.
Hi, I'm Mallory. I'm just going to visit. Don't look at the truck. Oh my God.
Emerson says, Mal, stop and get me a quarter pounder and a large fry. Mickey D's. You know, this year I did not do the Shamrock Shake. I'm a big fan of the Shamrock Shake, and I did not get one this year.
You know, I've never
No.
had one of those.
You never had the Shamrock Shake?
Because
What?
usually every time I go to McDonald's,
If you don't,
We order
the ice
in.
cream machine is
Costs like
broken
50
every
bucks.
time.
So that's happened to you before. I've never had an ice cream machine broken when I went to
Have you
McDonald's,
not? Oh, wow.
but it seems like everybody else has in the world. But it never happened to me.
No kidding.
Okay, then I have a
I'm going to
quarter of a
Popeyes and
burger
got in the wrong
and fries.
order before.
Yeah, I mean, that's a given.
Or we can check here
That's
now.
a given. And then give a shout about it.
Literally
Like, what are
doing
you
live
doing,
stream while
Popeyes?
driving.
Popeyes, you never gave my order right. What are you doing here, Popeyes? What is going on?
Here, take it. What you got?
Yeah.
Just take it. No, they're always like, oh. So friendly. They're so friendly there.
Yeah. I want to see a Popeyes versus Waffle House showdown fight one day.
Oh,
Somebody give me a video on that. That's what I want to see.
Waffle House during like peak hours and that'd be a good showdown for sure. Like, yes, let's see it.
Yeah.
So, Rod, is this a first time for you having a person while driving on your live stream?
It is. It is.
Okay, we will count this as a first.
What's that show? What's the one that Jerry Seinfeld does? Driving with comedians in cars or whatever? Like you're driving. Yeah, there you go.
With coffee or whatever it is.
Yeah. Or the
Next
other
time
guy
you're
does
gonna
the
be drinking a beer while you drive.
Yeah.
No,
There you go.
no. I'll have the beer when I get home. Thank you.
We saw it in the
Bad
Blues
idea.
Brothers. You could do
Oh.
it. We saw it in the Blues Brothers. Can't you do it in Chicago?
It's been a long time since the Blues Brothers. You don't pull that off.
We get
anymore.
grandfathered in.
No. You're from Detroit. You don't get grandfathered shit.
If you get stopped, you just tell them we have a theme song.
No champagne or girly drinks. We drink beer and beer and beer, beer, beer. No champagne or girly drinks. We drink beer and beer and beer, beer, beer.
Right?
Well,
There you
the
go.
other night you could point the camera and be like, "Look, you're on YouTube," and they might
Yeah.
let you go just because. Be friendly.
Yeah,
Right?
I don't think any of this is a good idea. So, no
Probably
to the
not.
beer while driving.
Well, let's try
Yeah.
it one time.
No, we're not trying anything like
No, I
that.
just want to get pulled over and have that song being played as the cops
The
come
police,
up.
the police pull you over. I'm going to be like,
Holy Jesus!
Just play them all. Like, play them all in the background. Just let them go. Just let them fly.
He's trying to figure out where the hell he wants to go.
Apparently in your grill.
He does want to back into my grill. Yes, that is a thing that he apparently wants to do.
"Oh, back into your grill." That sounds.
Well, that
Is
guy
that-
was not the most intelligent.
Stop talking about me.
Not you.
Oh,
Can you grab my bag? It's behind you.
yeah, grab your bags.
Ew.
Yeah. Remember, if a cop asks you, "Have you drinking tonight?" Your response,
I drank a beer. I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers. 5 beers. 6 beers. 7 beers. 8 beers. 9
Yeah.
beers.
just to let them know you're being honest with them up front. So,
Right.
Just take it.
that's what she said.
I was like, wait a minute.
That's what she said. Just take it.
You got a bottle of Malort in your bag.
It's not Malort. It's a bottle of wine. It's a bottle of wine.
This is fun doing lines with Mal and Chew in the dark because you don't know what they're actually doing there, but you can kind of use your imagination. Just
Okay,
take
so-
it. That's what she
so-
said.
She took my bag and it had the key in it, so now I'm gonna be digging until I pull into the garage.
That's a whole nother, like, that could be a whole nother episode there.
Yeah, that could be. Hey, just be safe out there.
I know a place that's peaceful and
Oh
quiet.
goodness.
A place where animals play. It's called the forest. But every year we start forest fires. A careless match or cigarette and poof, fire. So the next time you're in the forest, be extra careful. Okay?
Yeah, don't go poop.
If you knew it was me, would you have listened?
You gotta be careful out there, folks. You gotta be careful. She's in the garage. You got him home safe.
I forgot to take off my glasses.
Why should you take them off if you can't see where you're going?
No, I have glasses for night driving because the headlights hurt my eyes, and they like block the blue light or whatever. But I don't have to wear them otherwise, so I keep them in the car. There we go.
Well, it's good that you got you home safe.
Yes. And then poof.
Poof, right? Yeah.
And then poof. Hey, we're in the house.
All right, Ron. How much time left?
About
Hi,
11
I have
minutes.
light now. 11 whole
Yay!
minutes. You want to say hi to Sammy? Hold on. Where is she? I lost Sammy. There's Sammy.
Sammy?
See your eyes, Gorman.
I see her eyes.
Aw. Sammy's in the dark. Hard to see.
Chug.
I can't chug. I don't have a beer. Give me a beer and I'll chug. I didn't really want to chug.
To do. All the bowling alleys have been wrecked. So as I spent most of my time looking for beer.
Heady Topper's down.
Chug the heady topper.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Finished it out.
That asshole just got me a Busch Light.
Oh.
Well, there you go. No.
Busch Light.
Why is
in
there
the
even a Busch
house.
Light in our fridge?
I always have a Busch Light in the fridge.
You don't always have a Busch Light in the fridge. Why was there a Busch Light in the fridge?
Now I'm going to chug a Busch Light, folks. Gonna
I
chug
can't.
a
It's
Busch
too
Light.
cold. It's too cold. I'll
It's a
brain
Busch
freeze.
Light. You can chug a Busch Light. It's a lager.
I'm gonna brain freeze.
Chug for the finale.
For the finale, we still got 12 minutes. It's not gonna take me 12 minutes to chug.
Well, we got 11
It'll
minutes.
take me 11.
Actually.
And it could be.
Women always trying to add extra minute into it.
Yeah, that tastes fine.
That was a weak ass joke.
Bud Light did. Well, you've had the other stuff. So
Yet.
at this point, Bud Light just is numbing
No,
at this
this is
point.
Busch Light.
Oh, Busch Light.
Busch Light.
Bush. We've got Bush.
Like many of the women nowadays.
First of all, I would like to thank the many fans throughout this country. I admit I don't look like the athlete of the day supposed to look. My belly's just a little big. My hand is just a little big. But brother, I am bad and they know I'm bad. I want you at home to know my hand is touching your hand for this gathering of the biggest body of people in this country, in this universe, all over the world now, reaching out because the love that was given me in this time, I will repay you now. Love you.
For all my fans out there. Love you.
Yes.
So I had 3 sips of the Busch Light, and it's too cold from the fridge. I'm gonna get a brain freeze, and I don't
How's
want
it too cold? It's a lager. It's supposed to be cold.
Yeah, it's. You're not
Right.
microwaving nothing. It's an aluminum can, you crazy bastard. You can't microwave a beer.
Michael.
Well, technically, you can microwave a beer. It wouldn't be advised, but you can put it in the
See,
microwave.
I have to angle this down so that he doesn't get shown.
It's only my back. I make sure.
Okay.
Freaking
No. I have
Chew-
food for you in my
freaking-
bag. I get my pizza.
Freaking Chew walking around like John Cena.
His name is John.
You can't see me.
He's playing the John Cena song.
I feel like every time I see Chew in Toronto, I have to make a video, make a clip of that, like him being John Cena. You can't see me.
Yes.
Turn it over. Oh, almost. Look, there's his hand. You see his hand? Uh-oh.
I am definitely feeling good. I am feeling real good. I haven't drank all week, so I'm kind of looking. I was looking forward to Thursday night to blow off a little steam.
Rodney either. I ain't drank for a week or. I take it back. Since Monday.
I haven't drank since Saturday.
Since Monday.
You know, it's kind of
D in
terrible.
the house coming in late.
Double D.
I honestly couldn't tell you the last day I didn't have at least a sip of beer. It's been at least 2 years.
What?
Since, even when I was sick, I would have the Jameson in my tea. Well, yeah, but like, I can't remember the last day I didn't have at least a sip of something to drink, like alcohol.
For me.
Because even if I'm sick, I have
by the way,
a hot toddy.
just saw Chew walk by on the camera. If you guys caught it, you would have saw Chew walk by a little bit ago.
Actually, Chew is incorrect when he says he didn't drink on Monday because we watched that Ancient Aliens and we had the drinking game and you ended up getting
12:01 is when I drank.
It wasn't 12:01. It was just before 12:01 and you had a drink.
All right,
12:01
Chew. All right, Chew.
You are fake news. You are fake news. You are fake news.
Chew.
You are fake news.
We caught you.
Come on, man.
Chew.
I'm on Detroit time.
You're not on Detroit time. You live here.
Oh, you're not on Detroit time. You're on Illinois time.
Damn right. You've been living here for fucking ever. Kidding me?
Ever?
I got Detroit in my house.
You guys in the basement? I don't think I've ever seen you guys in the basement before.
Where are you at?
This is not the basement. This is actually our living room. I don't usually live stream here because this is where I come. This is where I come to get the beer when I'm upstairs on the computer. But since I already had you on the phone, it seems silly to switch you over at this point.
I feel like I didn't see you go up any steps, so I thought that was the basement.
No, the stairs are over there.
Okay.
And Chew has his hand in there again.
And there's Chew.
Yep.
There's Chew. There's Chew's hand.
We have the two armchairs here in the living room. I tend to doze off in this armchair quite often, and our kitchen's behind us with a little half wall thing.
Probably comfortable armchair, I'm sure.
It really is. I like this armchair. Yeah. And Sammy likes this armchair too. She's a happy little kitty in my lap right now.
Yeah. Kitty.
She did look up when you did that. She was like, what? What? Like, she paid attention when you did that. That was really cute. She was like, hey, there's a voice. What? Aw, poor baby. Are you uncomfy? Do you have to turn in a circle a couple times before you're comfy? Look up here. Hey, look up here.
Comfortable.
You won't.
Kitty.
She's still trying to figure out her comfy spot.
Yeah. Well, we're almost at that time. When you said that,
she definitely was like, "Hey, neat."
Hey, what is that going on? I feel like someone's calling me.
Yeah. She thought maybe she was getting food or something.
We're to that moment in the show where we're about to.
Shut it down.
I mean, I know some of y'all don't want us to shut it down. We got to shut it down. I'm trying to keep this to about 3 hours under the new routine that I'm actually doing. Because
even though we started a half hour late today, because,
well, we went a half hour later than expected to go, too. Yeah, because StreamYard. Yeah, no help there. Thank you, StreamYard. Yeah. And I think that was like something with nature. That, like I told Todd earlier, like the universe, like we'll get off early. They was good. Like no, we're still getting off around the same time because StreamYard will let us start to later. Like we can't win. We can't win with the internet.
Right? Exactly. No can do.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm winning.
Because for those of you watching us, we're actually an hour ahead of Mal. So for her, it's only 10:26. For us, it's 11:26.
It's
And
a
so we were
lovely
thinking go
time of
8 to
night right now.
11. Get 8 to 11. We'll wrap it up. Lots of stuff. We can hang out after hours if we want to, but that's fine. And it's like, oh no. So we were like, oh, you're going to start a half hour later tonight. I'm like, but that wasn't part of our plan. Well, that's our plan.
Yep.
So StreamYard was actually
Ta-da!
out to
Here
get
you
me.
go.
New ownership, you stuff.
It's 11:30. What was I? Now you know you're in our time zone. You know what time it is, DD. Which I'm surprised you're actually up. You're not golfing tomorrow? Is it rain? Is there something going on? Like usually you're off because you get your sleep.
Golfing tomorrow at 9 a.m.
We are supposed to have rain tomorrow, but not till the evening.
Ah.
Like 80% here.
We have one drink, but Mal made me nervous all her fucking around. Because we drank the bottle. What did you drink the bottle of? You can't leave it up to Mal. Mal will make you drink.
Walking around. What the hell did I do? I was at my work, and then I was at his work, and then I was home. This is my normal day. You just happened to visit on a normal day for me. I'm at my work, and then I'm at his work, and then I'm home.
Not your fault.
I'm going to wrap up because I got to stop at 3 hours, but we'll still hang out, and we'll be back next week.
Good. See you guys.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.